Live from Provost Humphrey Stadium on the campus of Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. It's Southern Conference football on ESPN. An FCS showdown between number 18 Lamar and number 14 Southeastern Louisiana. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Gresham along with Lamar Williams. Nice to have you with us. It's kind of hard to believe. We have an 85-degree day on the first or second, I guess, Saturday of November. But odds are, Lamont, neither one of these teams are going to care. This is about football.
Absolutely. It's a heavyweight bout here in Beaumont, Texas. Both teams on top tier of the Southland Conference.
Yeah, in fact, let's show you the standings. Kind of get a better idea of exactly what we're talking about. These two teams, both 7-2 on the season. The difference being in conference play. Southeastern tied with SFA, perfect record, 5-0. Lamar, their only blemish coming last week, a loss on the road to UIW. Let's talk about some players that are going to be very influential in how this game goes. We'll start with Southeastern and a pair of quarterbacks by design. They run with two quarterbacks, Carson Camp and Kyle Lowe. They both bring something a little bit different.
So you got Carson Camp, he's more of a pocket presser, throwing over 1,300 yards so far this season. And you have Lowe, he's more of a dual threat runner, with over 300-yard rushing this season.
For Lamar, we may also see two quarterbacks. They, too, bring something different. Aiden McCowan likes to be in the pocket, loves to throw the ball. He's been missing for a week or so because of an injury. The original starter, Robert Coleman, a third-year starter back for Lamar. What does he bring to the table?
You got Robert Coleman. He's more of a guy that can run with his legs and also is a very tough quarterback in the pocket. But you got the sophomore sensation in McCown. McCown is leading the team. He brings a lot of much-needed energy for the Cardinals this season. He's going to set the table early in the first half.
All right, and we're going to talk a little bit more, obviously, about this whole situation, dual quarterbacks, and how much will we see of that from Lamar. Right now, though, let's get this one underway here in Beaumont as Southeastern will kick it away to the Cardinals. There you saw 83 degrees, but maybe you saw the humidity. It's way up there, and it does feel pretty warm. The only saving grace is we've got a little bit of a breeze blowing out of the southwest, and that might help out. Let's find out just what's going on as we check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Bob Slovak.
Dan, this is the way it should be. Two of the top teams in the Southland Conference battling it out on a November Saturday. We got tandem quarterbacks with both teams. Southeastern Louisiana, they have Camp and Lowe. For the Cardinals, we're going to see both Robert Coleman and Aiden McCown today. McCown getting the start. A contrast in styles going up against the Lions defense. McCown, the pocket passer, strong arm, can read the defenses very quickly. Coleman, a better runner. He makes things happen while throwing on the run. We'll see who does better today against a stout Lions defense, giving up just 12 points a game. Dan?
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks for setting the table. And straight away, Lamar goes to the ground. Xavier Coleman, 14th leading rusher in the conference, picking up 8 yards. And talking to Pete Rossamondo, head coach for Lamar in his third season, he said, what we couldn't get done in San Antonio last weekend was measurable, good first and second downs. He said, we cannot get behind the sticks here. We can't be looking at big numbers when we get to third down.
Absolutely, Dan. He also mentioned that he got to be able to control first and second downs and be able to get off to a fast start that way. Establishing the running game is really going to help them. They have a lot of experience on the offensive line. They need to lean on the big boys up front to be able to set the tone in this first quarter.
Yeah, Cortez, Winslow, Reggie Brooks, Elias Ripley, John Hester, Knox Boyd across the front for Lamar, all experienced, all of them closing in on 300, if not better, pounds. McCowan overthrows his favorite receiver, Kendon Fusilier, and it looks like it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Lamar offense.
Yeah, Lamar established himself early with the running game with Coleman. I thought they were going to go right back to him to be able to keep the Lions on their heels defensively, especially up front, because you know they like to run a lot of games up front and stunts. But they relied on McCown to kind of get going offensively, throwing the football, and it's the first 3 and out for the Cardinals. So
that'll bring in Mason Stallings, the freshman from Frisco. He booms one away, bounces at the 28, and goes out of play, and that's where Southeastern will go to work for the first time. We mentioned they alternate quarterbacks, Camp and Lowe. Camp coming off his best game of the season against East Texas A&M, an easy win for the Lions last week to keep that record intact. Let's see who comes out with the start here for the Lions, and it will be Carson Camp, the junior, 6'3", 215. Kind of the classic story in today's world when it comes to quarterbacks. Third program in 4 years for Camp. Very successful as a true freshman at South Dakota. Stays in the pocket, looks for help, can't find it, and coming from the backside with a big tackle that time. Looks like it's going to be Andrew Huff, the linebacker, but we've got a flag down.
Definitely have a flag on the play. The play stands. Great start there by Huff, getting off the ball so quickly, beating the right tackle.
Holding, number 65, offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Yeah, that play stands there with that sack from Huff. Again, Huff sets the tone, getting on the outside of the tackle, not giving up on the play, bringing down Camp for a sack. Take a look at this replay here. Actually, we thought we had the replay coming up, but yes, Huff setting the tone early, and that's what Lamar needs to do in their front seven.
Frank Selfo, head coach for Southeastern in his 8th season, 51-38. He's taken this team to 1 conference title and 3 postseason appearances. Camp now with a give up the middle. Across the front for Southeastern, Potter, Witten, Boudreaux, and Devlin. Again, all good size, all 300 or better, and they're solid as a line. Do a good job of protecting quarterback in the pocket. Running backs, Jaden Henry, a senior out of Fort Lauderdale, and DeAndre Jackson, or as they call him, the Jet Jackson, a junior out of New Orleans, 5'8", 175, now facing a 3rd and 17. Trips out to the near side. Single back in the backfield. Camp on the keeper. Picks up not the needed yardage. It's going to be well short of a first down, so both teams going to trade out quick possessions, 3 and out.
It felt like the Lions right here went with the safe play there, a conservative quarterback keeper up the middle, not really trying to go for the first down with 17 yards. Their 1st and 3 and out. Give credit to Lamar's defense, especially up front, setting the tone and letting the Lions know they're going to compete today.
Yeah, Marmar Evans coming up to make the stop for Lamar. So in will come Alec Mahler. On the ground, but manages to get it away. Good kick. Fusilier has to watch it sail out at about the, let's see where they mark it, probably 30, 31-yard line. No, coming up back up. So Lamar will start their second possession in great field position. They come all the way back up to the 40. Just getting it started here in Beaumont. Number 14, number 18, slugging it out. June 17th meeting with Southeastern holding an 11-5 all-time edge. Lions won 6 of the last 7, including a 30-27 overtime win last season. You and I got to witness that one here in Beaumont. Series dates back all the way to 1967 when the Cardinals won the first game here in Beaumont. So there you go. Before Lamar can even take a snap, they go 5 yards negative.
Yeah, first miscue there. Lamar offensively false start on the offensive line.
See the Lions running a 4-3 defense up the middle. Goes Xavier Coleman, the junior out of Willingsboro, New Jersey. Played a couple of years at Boston College before he made the move to Lamar.
And if I'm Coach Rossamondo, I would continue to run the ball with Coleman. I like the progress I'm seeing thus far from him in the last couple of carries. He's picking up around 3 to 4 yards, which makes sense for what Coach Rossamondo wants to do. He wants to win the downs, especially on first down.
Well, and again, if you can get a guy up at 4 yards a carry 3 times, you've got your first down.
Absolutely.
You know, but unfortunately, you become very one-dimensional. So McCowan looks to throw. Kind of runs and rolls to his right. I'm curious to see because, again, McCowan hurt in that UT Rio Grande Valley game to the point that he didn't get to play last week. How much that's in his head.
Yeah.
You know, the idea of running as opposed to that time. A good example. In that previous game, I think he would have tucked it and turned it upfield. This time, he felt like, okay, you know, discretion, the better part of valor. I'll just get rid of it. You know, and we don't lose any yardage.
I definitely can see that. I mean, his confidence is shaken. He's only a sophomore that's still earning reps and opportunity each and every time he's on the field. Play action helps him a lot, especially when the running game is working for him. He has to build his confidence in this next series.
Southeastern, this time he will, but smart move, takes to the dirt, slides forward, picks up maybe 5 or 6, depending on where they mark it. But it is not going to be enough, and Lamar will have to exit the field again after only 3 plays.
You know, Coach Rossamondo is having a talk with him right now on the sideline. He speaks highly of McCown as a sophomore, said that he was very polished as a pocket present quarterback in the pocket. With more reps, he will be able to develop each and every series, and right now he's off to a slow start.
I thought it was interesting, too, one of the things that he said he's one of the most intelligent quarterbacks I've ever had as far as football IQ. But, again, coming from a family, his dad – playing in the NFL for 17 years, you know, as a quarterback. He watched him every day go to work, you know, and that go to work, so many people think it's on the field. You know, for a quarterback, going to work is what happens between your ears, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of plays that you have to memorize, sets you have to memorize, variations of the theme, not to mention different plays and different sets and different places on the field.
Yeah.
And it's a week-long endeavor, you know, to dive in and figure out the new wrinkles.
The most amazing part was when Coach showed us the call sheet.
Yeah, well, it's crazy,
He showed us the call sheet of all the plays that McCown can remember as a sophomore, and the way he processes those things is amazing early on in his career here for Lamar.
So Carson Camp back in at quarterback. Dual wideouts to the near side, single backfield. Got to give it to DeAndre Jackson, maybe 4. We'll mention the players up front for Southeastern. This is a team, averages 37 points a game, 401 total yards a game. They split it pretty well, but more passing than rushing, 228 a game versus 173 on their offense. A little shotgun with some company. And the change in the quarterback, as we see now, Lowe comes in, Kyle Lowe. Flag flies.
False start, number 78, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
So false start, as you heard it from Matt Beck, the referee.
And Lowe just came in and came out. He didn't stay too long.
Because I guess the yardage changes everything, right?
Much.
You scoot back 5 yards, and now it goes from being one of those where you might have the RPO situation or a situation where you're going to run to a point where you're probably going to try to get up some extra yards.
No doubt.
Camp, though, going to give
Good
it.
run.
What a great run. Shows some of that speed. And again, if you're wondering why he got the nickname, the Jet, I think you just saw it. The afterburners turned on there. And Jaden Henry, first year at Southeastern, 3 years at Colgate, just busts through. And once he gets through the interior line, you're in trouble.
Absolutely. Excellent run there. Set up by the offensive line, open up the running lane so he can burst right through for the first down.
So now 1st and 10 from the 44. Straight drop. Camp looking over the middle.
Nice.
Finds his intended receiver. DiMaggio, first catch of the day. And keep your eye on number 1, the junior out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Good size receiver, 6'2", 210. Third-year starter. He knows what to do once he pulls it in.
And watch this passing play there on the post route by DiMaggio coming across the field in front of the secondary. He's the Southland Conference Offensive Player of the Week for a reason. We just saw that on the last play.
So another first down, and now the ball resting at the 18-yard line. And we see the quarterback switch again to Lowe on the option. Pitches. Lamar, pursuit is there. They string it out. And they'll come up short on that one, giving it to Jaden Henry.
Give credit to Christian Pugh, the top tier, one of the best secondary players in Lamar's career, coming in, closing in, and running him out of bounds, not giving up on the play, number 1.
Yeah, that, and I think you also have to credit the defensive end, really holding his corner there and pushing it out. Back to Carson Camp, out of the shotgun. Fakes, goes across the middle, broken up.
Nice.
Reaching in there, I believe was Amodia. Paul Amodia, the sophomore out of Richmond, no flags. Good timing. Just got a right hand and right arm in front. Take a look.
Take a look at this replay here. Right there, blanketing over the receiver, staying in his position just enough to get his hands in and knock down the pass. Good defensive play there by the Cardinals.
So that's going to bring up a third down situation. 3 receivers right. Ball on the ground. Camp has no problem picking it up, but he's being pursued. Got some room. Tiptoes down the sideline. I think he got the first down. Took out an official.
Camp is flagging for the first down, and definitely he picked it up. He's not afraid to run the ball at all, Dan. He's a big quarterback. Loves to stand in the pocket, but if he's forced out of that pocket, he's not afraid to run the ball, and he picks up the first down, a much-needed first down for the Lions.
Yeah, we mentioned the fact that this is kind of the prototypical quarterback now in the NIL age as you watch Camp use his mobility out to the right. But, I mean, this is a guy that, as I mentioned, is a true freshman, started for South Dakota, threw for 2,200 yards, 17 touchdowns.
The runner was short of the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
All right, so going to take a look and see if, in fact, he picked up the needed yardage. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll see what they decide. Again, Southeastern Louisiana Lamar, no score early.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Save $13,000 on a new Ford F-150. Hurry to Silsbee Ford. We're going all out until we're all out of remaining 2025s. While they last, $39,015 for a new Ford F-150 Crew Cab. $39,015. That's $13,000 off. And get a $500 Walmart gift card with every trade-in, plus free window tint. So come to Silsbee Ford in the heart of Silsbee, Texas, USA.
So come get you one at Silsbee Ford.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Potential. Experience. Impact. Future. At Lamar University, we create unimaginable opportunities. The world is changing, and so are we. Come see for yourself at Lamar University.
I have always enjoyed an active lifestyle, but the pain in my knees wore me down. The pain I experienced made it difficult to stand for even more than 5 minutes at a time. I was so tired of telling my grandsons, I can't play now, Nana's knees hurt. Then I had both knees replaced at Memorial, and now I'm back doing what I love, making pasta with my husband, hiking, and spending time with my grandkids. Next stop, Yellowstone. This is my life without joint pain.
Here's a look at that replay on the keeper. The question, did Carson Camp pick up the needed yardage? And there's the foot plant on the far sideline. But if he's out, it's only by a toe. I mean, he's definitively out there. Here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field that the runner was short of the line to gain is upheld. However, the ball will be placed at the 9-yard line, 4th down.
Well, he did step out of bounds a little bit earlier before picking up the first.
So they're going to mark it at the 9-yard line. So a decision now for Frank Selfo and his staff. Do you go for it or do you take the points here early?
I believe you go for it. You set the table here. You're at the top tier of the conference. You're on a winning streak, 5-game winning streak. Why not? On the road, you roll the dice with your big offensive line and go for the first
and I
down.
think as early as it is, the worst outcome, you put Lamar in a whole field position-wise. They're inside their own 10-yard line. The upside is, you pick up the first down, it's a yard. You got to have confidence in your backs, and they have a full – I think we brought in an extra back there, beefy back for some blocking, see if they can't move the ball. Here he is. Just follow him. I don't think he got it. Lamar's penetration was really solid. And I don't think he picked up the first down.
Ruling on the field, the runner is short of the line to gain. First down, Lamar.
Excellent play there by Lamar. It looks like number 12 was the first guy to make the contact for Lamar as his helmet came off, shooting the gap and taking the legs away from the running back. Take a look at this replay here as the running back think he has a lane and nothing doing as Lamar comes in from the backside, also up front, taking out his legs for a no gain.
Yeah, I think Christian Payton was there. I think Stokes was also there. So Lamar stopping the drive at the 9-yard line. And I'm talking about Southeastern looked really comfortable on that second possession of the game, moving it all the way to inside the 10. Now Lamar will come out for their third
ruling on the field,
possession.
the runner was short of the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
So again, it is a part of the game now that, you just have to accept that video reviews are going to be coming fast and furious, especially in a situation like this where you're trying to figure out, if you've gotten the needed yardage.
I definitely was anticipating that as, Southeastern Louisiana on the road trying to impose their will and keep the momentum. And right there, Strokey just comes in and takes out the legs of the running back.
Yeah, Christian actually down up front. Talking about Peyton Christian, who plays the 2 spot there. One of the down linemen kind of got up and come back to make the tackle, but now they'll go to the review and take a look at this one. I think what we found time and time again is so many times plays stand, on the call, because it's not about you have to have enough evidence to overturn. And if it's close or we can't really tell, they're not going to change the call.
They have to be clearly understandable that they can make the change. And Stroker comes in right
After
there.
further review, the ruling in the field, the runner was short of the line to gain is upheld. First down, Lamar.
Once again, just like we said, Zaylon Stoker, the defensive back, a freshman from Kilgore. Going to get a little praise in the film room, I think, after this game is over, no matter which way it goes, because very key to making that stop. So
Stoker came in head first, take out the legs of the running back.
So Lamar now, after that 7-play, 81-yard drive, taking over at their 9-yard line. See if they can find some room here. Going to give it off. Look like Xavier Coleman. And it is getting up from the pile, maybe a couple of yards.
And then what we're seeing from Lamar the last couple of series, that they're establishing the running game on first play. Here come Robert Coleman, their dual threat quarterback, more of an experienced quarterback as well for the Cardinals. Let's see how he brings some much needed energy to this offensive series.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. We're talking to Pete Rosamondo. He just kind of described, he said, I look at Robert Coleman as more of a running quarterback. He's the guy who can run a running offense, just like this. Pick up 5 or 6 yards. We're going to have, I think, a call on the offense, the flag thrown in the backfield. I got a feeling it's going to be a hold, but there you see the indication. It will be a hold against the offense.
Holding, number 73, offense. 10-yard penalty, second out.
Those are the kind of penalties that offensive line coaches lose sleep over. It's like how we just kind of
Correction, penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. Second
hurt
down.
ourselves. There you see, nice stop for Southeastern being made by Evan Aubrey, the defensive lineman. And now with the penalty, it's half the distance. So you're working in the shadow now of the goalpost. What you don't want to do is turn it over down here for sure. Just give yourself enough room that you can punt it away, put them back a little deeper. There's a good shot up front of Ahmad Bradley out of Harvey, Louisiana, 6'3", 325.
If you're Lamar right now, a couple of running plays help you get established here in the last couple of series. Dan, I wouldn't be surprised if they go with a play-action pass on this one from Robert Coleman to kind of spread out of the defense a little bit, because right now they're walking in the box and threaten Lamar to run the football. Here you go with the running back coming out. You definitely know it's a passing play on this one.
And spread them out wide. But Coleman on the fake goes right up the middle. He's not going to get the first down. He'll be well shy. Maybe 4 or 5. But again, will give them enough space so that Mason Stallings can come in. And hey, let me tell you something. This would make me very nervous if I'm a Lamar coaching member of the coaching staff, just because of the explosive nature of Southeastern special teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got guys that can run it back on you if it's kick or punt. In fact, Dakari Joseph has already returned 2, and there he is, for touchdowns this season. This one low, tumbler, going to go out to 48. Kept it away, though, from Dakari Joseph. So that mission successful, but now Southeastern will get a chance to come on and see what they can do. We're going to take a break. Again, no score early here in Beaumont, Texas. University. Dan Gresham, Lamont Williams. No score in this one. And featuring 2 top 25 teams in the FCS. Both trying to make their way into postseason play. And
we have a chess match so far in the first quarter, Dan. Both teams still trying to figure each other out offensively.
Well, at Southeastern, I'm curious to see if they can move the ball the way they did the last time. 38-yard pass. They had a 27-yard run. And they go right back to the ground. But Kyle Lowe is upended.
Guess who?
And there you see Kristen Pugh. I'd assume he's taking some credit for his body language.
Yeah, take a look at this replay. Watch Kristen Pugh coming from up the shot on the left-hand side, upending the quarterback. And Lowe, the senior out of Beaumont, Texas, is leading the charge in the secondary with 2 consecutive tackles for this defense.
Yeah, Pugh comes into the game, 27 assists. He's got 2 interceptions on the year as well. Going to go the opposite direction with a pitch. Lamar not fooled.
Nice.
They stay at home. Ronnie Hamrick.
Yep.
There he is, number 6, the senior out of Lilburn, Georgia. Not fooled.
Not fooled at all. And staying home, playing assignment football. And Hamrick and company has, there's about 10 black jerseys around that runner on that last play.
Jet had no runway to take off on that one for sure. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Carson Camp steps in. Again, Camp had maybe one of the most memorable plays of FCS history back in his freshman year when he was playing for South Dakota. Had a 57-yard Hail Mary pass, beat number 7 South Dakota State, wound up on the cover of Sports Illustrated that year, his freshman year. After that, he wound up going to Sacramento State.
Take another look at this play here as Lamar plays zone defense, allowing the Lions receivers to run underneath them because they know they're trying to get the first down. Good coverage there, forcing another 3-and-out defensively.
Jordan Williams coming up short, so that will bring in Alex Mahler. The punt is away, fair catch signaled and taken. Lamar deep in their own end zone, though, again at the 12-yard line. We mentioned how dynamic Southeastern special teams are. You're looking at a guy that can bust you open, too.
Yep.
Kendon Fusilier. He's already got 1 touchdown off a return for 88 yards.
Yeah, he's been player of the week a couple times this season for Lamar. Fusilier has been their dynamic kickoff and punt returner this season. Coach Rossamando talked about him developing each and every season and building the confidence. We've definitely seen it throughout the games, the home games here for Lamar this season.
Yeah, 4th-year senior, played 34 games, grew up just down the road. Back into the game comes McCowan for Lamar. Southeastern shows, but don't come with a blitz. But now, nice play, cracking down from his linebacker spot, a really defensive end, Joshua Randall.
Watch this play here, Dan. As Randall comes right into your screen right there, coming down from the right side, unblocked to be able to bring down the running back, Bowden, for no gain.
Yeah, Bowden really even had a chance to get up any steam before he's wrapped up and brought down.
Lamar's trying to find something with Bowden and offensively from a running standpoint because early on they used Coleman. Then they bring Bowden in the game with some fresh legs.
Southeastern looks to be in a man-to-man. Right up the middle. There's Bowden. He's got speed, too. Don't be confused. Rips off 13. Bowden, a senior now, 5'9", 185. He's a player that back in 23, 9
Personal
games.
Foul, illegal hands to the face, number 95, defense, 15 yards will be added at the end of the run.
So
Automatic.
Big bonus
First
there
down.
for Lamar.
That definitely helps the offense, especially with Bowden starting to bring a spark offensively. You talked about Bowden being the senior, and also he's low center of gravity at 5'9". It's very hard as a former defensive player to bring a guy down like that especially when
Agreed.
he's running downhill at your defense.
Well, he had a great season in 22. He winds up getting injured in 23. Last year, only got 22 carries, and this year, a little more playing time, but still, Pete Rossamondo has a roster of backs that he can go to. Bowden, Damian Moore, Xavier Coleman, just to name 3. 1st and 10 now from the 40. The give again to Bowden. So you mentioned that low center of gravity. If he can get speed up, he can get you 3 or 4 just falling down.
Absolutely. If you can create some running lanes for him and he can keep that shoulder pass ahead of the football, it's very hard to bring him down. He has the momentum and the energy and the fresh legs to be able to attack this defense real quick.
Lamar now 39 total yards. They have picked up 2 first downs. That was their second. Here comes blitz. McCowan just trying to get rid of it. And we'll watch McCowan as he gets up play after play.
Yeah, I'm actually watching him now. He's shaking it off a little bit. He took a tough hit as he eluded the first defender, but he stepped up in the pocket and took a shot there by the second one. But he's back up and back in the the huddle for the Cardinals.
You know, we were talking to the coaches and asking and talking about, I was asking, what is it about Southeastern's defense that makes them so effective? And, the coaches were saying, it's not stunts. It's not like they're doing it. They just come straight at you. They're good, and they've got experience, and they know what and how to be effective. McCowan in trouble again. This is, if you're Pete Rossamondo,
got to be concerned.
Or Drew Christ, you don't want to see this. No. You do not want to see this guy carrying the ball and taking hits.
Yeah, it just feels like Lamar offensively is not in sync early on in this first quarter as we go into the second with 30 seconds left. Look at this replay here. A quarterback design keeper. Defense is just staying home, waiting for him to get to the outside edge to bring him down.
Another good tackle by Cameron Ford, the linebacker. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation. Lamar with their 3rd punt of the game. This one just angled out at about the 12-yard line. So good punt. Put Southeastern in a bit tougher field position. That, for your defense, it's kind of what you want to have, that ability to feel like you're not feeling the pressure from the first play.
I mean, if the way it continued to move here, especially in the first quarter going to the second, this game is going to come down to field possession. I mean, just managing the clock and field possession. Both teams had a quite bit of punts so far in this first quarter. The first team to strike after that is going to be field position and time possession.
So under center goes Kyle Lowe. Single back, gives it to him. Touched at the line of scrimmage. Finally brought down by a host of Lamar Cardinals, but still going to manage to pick up good yardage as we hit the end of the first quarter. No score. Lamar, Southeastern Louisiana.
Dan, after losing last week for the first time in 2 months, Coach Rosamondo knew not many people are going to be picking his Cardinals to win this game, but he wanted his team to come out here and play with a chip on his shoulders. He loves to be the underdog. So far, the defense has, the offense not so much as 44 yards of total offense, no passing yards yet. That will have to change. Rosamondo, though, knows his team will compete the full 60 minutes. Back to you, Dan.
All right, thanks, Bob. Yeah, my favorite quote, I think, from him, Pete Rosamondo last week was, he said, I hate the loss. He said, I'm disappointed by the loss, but I'm not disappointed in my team, and I'm not disappointed in my players.
Yeah, he just felt like they rallied on the road. They could have folded and just packed their bags and gave it up, but they found a way to get back into it late in the fourth quarter despite losing on the road.
So again, Lowe at quarterback gives it to DeAndre Jackson. Picks up maybe a yard on first down. Jackson had ripped off that 34-yarder. That really the only big run of the game. Jackson now 4 carries and now 5 carries and 38 yards.
Yeah, that really helped bring a balanced attack for the Lions in the first quarter. They had a total of 53 rushing yards and 45 passing going into the second quarter. So, yes, Dan, that run really set the tone for the Lions here on the road, despite just still being a tie game in the second quarter.
Now out of the shotgun, double wideouts to the near side. Going to go in motion, fake the end around, and it's going to be Lowe with the keeper. Lowe, a first year at Southeastern. Another one of those 3 programs in 3 years. Played 5 games last year at Georgia State. Played at Middle Tennessee State as well.
A huge third down here for the Lions. They're going to sustain their offensive drive and continue to move these chains. I anticipate Lowe try to set the tone down, especially on the right side of the field. Maybe he can get to the outside edge with an RPO to be able to get this first down.
Lamar bringing it back up on the edge in the form of Andrew Huff.
Timeout.
And Southeastern
Lamar,
wants a timeout to
first
talk about what they saw.
Half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Much needed timeout there if you're Lamar, too. You want to be able to regroup defensively. They looked like they was not set quite well for that third and second down. Third and 2 yards to go for the first down.
Well, neither one of these teams exactly having a lot of success on conversions.
Absolutely.
I mean, whether it's third or fourth, Southeastern went for it early. They didn't score, but you look at third down conversions, neither one of these teams, really been very successful at doing that.
Yeah, it's been three and out for both teams. And, again, I said it was a chess match in the first quarter. It just felt like it was a very slow first quarter as both teams were still trying to implement and establish themselves their offensive game plan. But it's huge for the Lions right here if they want to sustain the drive and keep this momentum early in the second quarter.
Yeah, they are 0 for 3 in third down conversions. Again, a look at the sophomore, 5'10", quarterback out of Collierville, Tennessee. Kyle Lowe in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. We got a flag down. And Lowe picks up maybe 3 yards, but I got a feeling it's going to be on the O-line.
I want to say it's against Lamar, though, Dan.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
All sides. Number 99 for Lamar. Either way, the Lions is going to get the first down. They only needed 2 yards.
Offside, number 99. Defense, that penalty's declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Salome offsides for Lamar.
See right here, get a quick start there.
Yep.
Got across the line. It's a free play after that for the Lions.
So first third down conversion for Southeastern. Back to Camp at quarterbacks. Flags fly. Free play. Camp in trouble. Scrambling to find daylight. Maybe picks up 2 or 3. A lot of players waving their arms at him, but not able to get close to him. Jackson Bandy, the linebacker for Lamar, was almost face to face.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
So, again, a receiver off the line.
Yep. And that hard run there by Camp was negated.
Well, not only that, I mean, you know, and then you give up the down, so now you're going backwards.
Yeah. 2 steps forward, 3 back, huh? If you're the Lions offensive coordinator right now.
Offensive coordinator, you see right there in yellow is Anthony Selfo, the son of head coach Frank Selfo, two-sport athlete at Tulane before coming back and joining his dad's staff. Incomplete pass. Trying to get it out to Kentrell Prejean, the sophomore out of Lafayette.
And then what we saw in that last play from Lowe, you can definitely tell that was out of his comfort zone, rolling to his right side, trying to throw the football. Just came up a lot short. Watch this in the replay here. Not really his strong suit, rolling to the right side. You can just see just short arms the pass to the receiver for incomplete.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. So again, not a loss of down on that previous play. So man in motion to the far side. Lowe again going to use his legs. And it's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards back towards the needed first down. And you can see the difference, you know, if you've not seen Southeastern all year between these two quarterbacks. Obviously, Lowe, the much stronger runner.
Yep.
Kind of reminds me of like a Lamar Jackson,
Yep.
you know, that doesn't hesitate when he
Yep.
sees something. He's just as ready to run as he is to throw. And effective because teams really don't know to commit or not commit.
That's true, and they love to spread you out, and you utilize Lowe as not just a quarterback, but also as a running back.
Lamar coming with a blitz.
And it looks like the Lions want a flag, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Yeah, I don't think they are either.
Going to force a 4th down now.
Trying to go to DiMaggio, his leading receiver, throws behind him.
Yeah, again, Lowe struggle in the accuracy department as far as a quarterback. That's mainly Camp's responsibility to find Diageo coming across the middle, but he took a chance there with Lowe, and unfortunately he could not complete the pass. Another 3 and out. After I thought the Lions was building momentum on that offensive series.
I think the penalty hurt him. You know, they just set him back a little bit. Never could get it, as you said, the forward momentum.
Timeout. Southeastern. Their
So
first charge timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Lions will take a timeout as Alec Mahler, the junior punter, get a chance to go over the sideline, see exactly what they want to do. Got to imagine you're going to try to angle it away from Kendon Fusilier. You don't want to put the ball in his hands if you don't have to.
Not at all, especially at home. We've seen Fusilier bring a much-needed spark from a special team standpoint. A couple of games ago, he had a return that really sealed the game for Lamar to win.
88-yarder. And just on top of that, I mean, he averages 19 on anything he touches. So you definitely want to get it away from him if you possibly can. So Mahler will stand at the 28. A long snap running the clock down. And there is the kick. And again, not going to let Lamar handle it. It's going to go out at the 23. So Lamar,
Immediate timeout on the field.
we'll get a chance to see if they can find some offense going the other direction as we've turned things around. Heading into the second quarter, no score. You're watching Southland Conference football.
It's brutal. So slow.
Good thing we brought Jersey Mike's. Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. And at Jersey Mike's, the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what matters here. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We can eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Lamar coming into this game averaging 164 yards passing, but here we are, 11:05 to play in the second quarter, Lamont, and they have yet to complete a pass.
I mean, they're struggling offensively. There's no doubt about that. You know, switching up the quarterback is not really helping their chemistry offensively and their continuity. If I'm Coach Rossamando and the offensive coordinator, you want to keep a quarterback in at least for a quarter to kind of get something developed here offensively in front of your home fans.
Major Bowden picking up maybe 3 yards on the first down.
You got to get McCown going. You know, try to utilize some of your tight ends. I know last week they was injured. You didn't have some of your playmakers at tight end, but at least some short passes across the middle, maybe to the outside to the flats to get something going offensively to build some kind of rhythm for the quarterback.
Fakes to Bowden, gets it out to Fusilier, makes the catch, and enough for the first down and their first completed pass.
That's it. I mean, right on cue. You want to kind of establish some kind of offensive rhythm. You get McCown going. Throw it to the outside to Fusilier or maybe your tight ends. That builds his confidence. He's only a sophomore earning each and every rep.
Of course, want to do a quick count. Pick up maybe 2 yards off Bowden up the middle before he's jammed up front.
You know, Dan, really those quick counts really works when you have an offensive flow, and if you're one-dimensional, it really doesn't catch the Lions off guard defensively. I mean, they're going to sit back and wait and see what you're going to do, even if you go with an up-tempo.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're running,
yeah.
right? You know, it's just good. It's like, which hole are you going to go to? That's all we need to know.
Yeah, they up into the last pass to Fusilier, they're like, okay, we know you're going to run because offensively you're struggling as far as throwing the football. But things are starting to change and pick up here for the Cardinals.
McCowan, though, feeling pressure, fumbles the ball, just wants to hang on to it. Good play by Southeastern, bringing a little pressure. Lamar not picking up the block. Let's see where it came from. Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know, plays like that really kills the momentum and hurt the confidence for your offense. I mean, you had something growing offensively, and McCown just drops the football.
Got to give credit to Caleb Proctor up front. Big 6'3", 280. Get that coming down on you. You want to get rid of the ball as quickly as possible. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 13. McCowan straight drop. Pressure again. Tries to roll. Not much room. Oh, takes a tough shot. As he is put down head first, Khalid Moore gets up quickly, runs to the sideline, but he is hurt.
Yeah, he took a blow there from the backside as the defensive end.
Timeout for an injured player on the defense.
Take a look at this replay here as McCown takes off as he feels the pressure. And watch the shot right there from the backside. It looks like number
there's 45. And also Gabe Whittington, number 91, also coming in there. And you can see that McCowan is down on the sidelines and the medical staff attending to him.
Yeah, that's not a good look. If you're Coach Rossamando, you're very concerned about your sophomore quarterback laying on the field.
Well, I think not only that, you know, when we're talking, that made me flinch too. I saw him flinch. I'm trying to see exactly who that is. Get a chance. He's going to try it.
Number 9, it looks like.
And that's.
It looks like it's an arm situation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. It could be 9. That'd be Rowan Briggs. And if that's the case, that'd be a big loss for Southeastern. Briggs has really come on this season. 6'3" senior out of Denton. 4 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble last week against East Texas A&M. And he is headed to the sideline. But to come back to Lamar, what I was going to say was McCowan goes down. You go to Robert Coleman. He's not 100% healthy, I don't think. You know, he got a pretty good shot last week. Then the question becomes, where do you go to from there? You know, if you wind up going down to place 3, might be, but won't have to worry about it at least for one series because Lamar will be forced to kick it away now.
And the scary part is McCown is still on the ground. He's not up. He's not sitting on the bench. He's not, he's still laying on the ground. I mean, that's on the sideline. So that's a major concern.
Very much
for the Lamar Cardinals.
Stallings kicks that away. Good bounce for Lamar. Rolls end over end. So Southeastern will have to go to work once again inside their own 20. We'll come back. See if we can get some offense generated here. Or is it going to be a defensive battle for 4 quarters? We'll find out. On the campus of Lamar University. Let's check in with Bob Slovak down on the sideline. Bob, can you give us an injury update?
Dan, we saw Lamar quarterback Aiden McCown get up and make his way off the field, but he's way down on the far end of the bench area right now. They have him down on the ground. He's on his side. It looks like they're working on his back, maybe his ribs. No official word right now, but he's definitely in some pain. So we'll see if he's able to even come back into this game, and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, roomie?
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most.
You took both bunks.
I got a lot of stuff. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
In my Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown. till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Yeah! Ooh. Focus on the subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
You would make a great Cardinal, and Lamar University has just the event so you can see for yourself. Join us at Cardinal View, Lamar University's biggest open house. All future Cardinals are invited to come and tour the university, meet faculty, staff, and current students. Learn about admissions and financial aid. Get free swag and register to win scholarships. Join us on October 25th at 9 a.m. for the first step to your future at Cardinal View, only at Lamar University.
Back to play, 8 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. Still looking to find some offense from either team. Southeastern, 175-yard drive, stalling out at the 9, but weren't able to come up with any points, and good play that time. Shooting the cap is DeKelvion Beeman, a senior out of Shreveport, to take down DeAndre Jackson.
Take a look at this replay here. Handoff to the running back, and Beeman just comes in, beating the block and bringing down the running back with his right hand or right arm.
Yeah, almost a shoestring tackle, at least tripped him up.
And I wouldn't be surprised, the defensive coach is telling the players, look, if we're going to win this game, it's going to start with us, because right now our starting quarterback is out and our offense is struggling. Defense is going to have to step up big here in this game.
There's Jackson again, busting it outside. Look out. Once he's got room, he can turn it on. He'll pick up a first down and then some.
That was a really good run there by Jackson, being patient and letting his lineman set up the
Officials
block.
timeout for an injured player. Defense.
Take a look at this replay here. Watch the patience and the vision by Jackson to be able to just cut and get away from the defenders as his offensive lineman sets up the blocks downfield for the positive yards.
Yeah, I mean, solid play by Lamar up front, but just to have the wherewithal to know you're going to have to, break it outside if you're going to pick up any yards. There you see him talking to some of the coaches as he walks off. Down on the play that time is a player who was right in the middle of it on that goal line stand for Lamar. We're talking about number 12, Xylon Stoker, a freshman out of Kilgore, Texas.
Stoker had a very active first quarter coming in for Lamar as a defensive player. Now he's out.
Ball loose, picked up by Southeastern. Wow, I'm kind of in shock as I watch Jackson grab it on the bounce and take off. I thought Lamar was going to be all over the top of that.
That's a huge break. Watch this play here as Camp hands it off to Jackson. Try to go with a reverse play, but Jackson was smart enough to get back around to pick up the football and make something out of nothing.
I was like, I'm not sure Jackson knew if he had it or didn't have the ball, but either way, it comes flying out. Lamar sending in some changes on defense on the second down and long after the loss. Camp out of the shotgun. And some miscommunication is going to force a timeout for the Lions.
There is no foul for delay of game. Timeout. Southeastern. Their second charge timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Again, the only reason there wasn't a delay of game is because they had to turn. It was either that, take the penalty, or take the timeout.
Yeah.
Camp took the timeout. Talking about neither one of these offenses being able to really get in gear. Southeastern, 5 first downs. Lamar has 3. as far as offense goes. Total offense, the Lions at 134, Lamar 58 yards. And again, Southeastern's a team that produces 400-plus yards a game. But they are struggling here in the first half against Lamar.
Hats off to the Lamar Cardinals defense, keeping them in this game. Based on the stats you just read, it's only because of Lamar's defense. Offensively, Lamar is dead. Struggled throughout the first half.
Going to have flags flying.
Timeout for Lamar.
Timeout. Lamar, their second charge timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
There you see. I'm watching the field, and I think part of that, again, was not having the set you wanted out on the field and having to call a timeout. There you see Pete Rossamondo. Yeah, when you talk to a lot of these coaches around the conference, I mean, they all have such different styles of coaching. You know, some coaches want to be in the middle of everything.
Yep.
You know, and, okay, yes, you're my defensive coordinator, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be in the middle of the huddle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But there are other coaches that delegate to the point that they say, I know my play. This is my place. I got the overall plan.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take care of the defense. That's your job, not my job.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that's the way Pete Rossamondo handles it with Ryan McCarthy, who's in his first season. But not a stranger to Pete Rossamondo for sure. Straight drop, looking downfield, can't find anything. Camp turns it up. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe two.
You know, Dan, that pump fake saved Camp on that last play. Carson Camp, as pressure was coming in and closing in on the pocket, he pump faked, which delayed the linebackers just for a split second so he can get away from the defenders and pick up some positive yards and keep this drive alive.
Carson Camp, 2 of 3 on the afternoon for 45 yards. Looking at a 3rd and long. Looks downfield. Trouble finding a receiver. Goes down.
Nice.
Good pressure from Lamar on the outside from the corners.
Guess who? Huff.
Huff right up the middle. Mike linebacker comes rushing in, and now Camp slow
Officials
getting
timeout
up.
for an injured player of the offense.
Look at the energy and the effort there by Huff, beating the offensive lineman and dipping low to come back around to bring Camp down to the ground. That's still sitting on the ground as an injured player.
Carson Camp, I think it was an ankle twist. When you saw him go down in the clutches of the Lamar players, he kind of twisted, and I think his foot was planted pretty well. So already 2 quarterbacks leaving this game, 1 for each team. There it is right there. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the weight of Huff fell on the back of the ankle of Camp.
And it was kind of that twisting motion going over the top, and you can see him. Looks like he already has it taped up pretty heavily, but that's not unusual.
So both starting quarterbacks are really injured. So, I mean, so far in this first half.
We'll see how serious the injury is. But again, this time they'll give it off to the punter anyway. It'll be Alec Mahler for Southeastern.
I got a feeling Fusilier is chopping at the bit, Dan. He may want to make a play here for Lamar Cardinals on his punt return.
Yet to touch one. Mahler sends this one spiraling deep. Fair catch.
Fair catch.
At the 20. I mean, nobody's going to be surprised anymore by Kendon Fusilier.
No.
You know, for a while you could get by with, we're not sure what he's got. But when you do what he's done, it's the same thing for Southeastern when you're talking about, you know, Brandon Hayes or Dekai Joseph. You know, you score a couple of touchdowns, you've got everybody's attention.
Absolutely. You got enough film out there so people can evaluate you and prepare for you each and every game. Fusilier is a playmaker all within himself. With punt return, kickoff returns for Lamar Cardinals this season.
Mentioned both of these teams ranked, a little bit of reshuffling going on in the top 25 of the SCS this week. Nice move, cut back the other way by Coleman. Going to be a pretty good pickup. Looks like maybe 5 yards.
I haven't said Coleman name in quite some time since early in the first quarter. Established him as a running back Again, Lamar does the running back by committee. So Coleman is well rested and ready to go here late in the second quarter. Maybe he can be that spark that Lamar's missing.
Coleman coming into the game, 346 yards on the season. This time, going to give it a Fusilier. Got a little bit of room.
There we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Coleman.
There we go, Dan. I'm telling you, he's been well rested, sitting on the sideline for whatever reason.
But,
now
I mean, don't you see, I mean, to me, too, it's the difference between the gut run and maybe giving me a little room on the outside. And this time they do go right up the middle again. Southeastern ready for it. Ahmad Brady, Caleb Proctor, all set up front.
I just like the burst that I'm seeing from Coleman as he goes to the sideline. It's just going to help Robert Coleman build the confidence as a passer because, again, it's a cliche, but the running game opens up the passing game. And with Coleman coming in and keeping that defense honest, the play action is going to fall right in place for the Cardinals.
2nd and 8. Lamar to this point, only 68 yards rushing, 9 yards passing. Going to see if they can't get some more yards on the ground. They do. Breaking it out to the outside that time on a nice run for Lamar is Brian Simmons.
Yeah, take a look at Simmons as he gets the toss there by Coleman. Great blocking up front, creating the running lane so he can be able to bounce to the sideline and pick up some more yards for the Lamar Cardinals and the first down.
Yeah, Simmons, wide receiver on the end around, just got into motion, had a full head of steam by the time he got to the line of scrimmage, picks up the necessary first downs. Lamar now on their 5th play of the drive. Going to go off left tackle right behind Reggie Brooks, Elijah Rippless.
And then it'd be really good for Lamar to be able to produce some points, hopefully a touchdown. If they can get a field goal, that'd be great. But if they can get a touchdown here late in the second quarter, that can carry the momentum going into the second half for them as they make the halftime adjustments with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here before halftime.
4th running back for Lamar in this half. And Joshua Robinson. 2nd and long. Coleman carries a couple with him and will pick up the first down as he comes up out of the pile. Lamar with their most effective drive to this point.
Yeah, impressive so far, and it's been all led by Coleman. Nice hard run there right up the middle down Main Street to be able to attack this Lions defense.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
Got a 2-minute timeout taken. Still no score. We'll take a break. See if Lamar can push this one in and go to the half. first half. Lamar mounting their first credible offensive drive. 52 yards in 6 plays, with Robert Coleman leading the way. Started the year as the only third-year starter in the conference. Got knocked out with an injury. Now injury has given him a chance to get back in the game. Goes across the middle, finds his big tight end, Ja'Cory Hyder, down to the 5-yard line. I would say that's the best pass that Robert Coleman throws.
Yeah, they picking up the pace right now. Hyder right across the middle. The running game set up that passing game right there for Hyder to pick up the first down.
Now go back to the run off the left side. Pick up 3 or 4 more. Once again, a change in the backfield now using Joshua Robinson. They've been through Bowden, Coleman, and now Robinson. And Robinson still on his feet down to about the 2-yard line.
I like the change of pace for Lamar going with the 2-minute up-tempo offense. They feel like they smell blood in the water with the Lions back against the wall defensively. Dan, this is an opportunity right here for Robert Coleman to be able to punch it in as a quarterback. You know he loves to run the football.
Be interesting to see. He's only going to have a single back. Southeastern stacks that offensive line, goal line defense. And in motion, they give it. Going to be denied. Good play up front for Southeastern by Jared Johnson, the linebacker. Came back and really turned Robinson's head.
Yeah, you can definitely see it right there. Robinson tried to lean across and try to break the plane for the touchdown. Nothing doing. It's going to be a big down right here as the clock continues to still run.
Well, you can imagine that these teams want to make sure
Timeout. Southeastern. That's their final charge timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Wants to ice Lamar a little bit here. Yep. Make them think about what they want to do.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 41 seconds. 4-1.
Mentioned coming into this drive, Lamar struggling on offense. Now 10 plays, 79 yards. 2 for 2 throwing it, 41 yards. 8 rushes, 38 yards. And 4 first downs to be knocking on the door here as time is running out.
Perfect timing. I mean, if you're Lamar, you're struggling all throughout the first half offensively. Couldn't get any chemistry or rhythm going. Kind of carried over from last week as, you know, against UIW. They didn't produce any points in the first half as well, but they can sneak in for a touchdown here right on the 1-yard goal line. I don't see why they can't get a touchdown here with Coleman, and it looks like Robertson in the backfield for the Cardinals.
And it's a first down, so they'll get 4 tries. Coleman, shotgun, takes the snap. Doesn't give, still on his feet. Not the fastest guy you've ever seen, and he's going to take a loss back to the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Good penetration by Southeastern.
Yeah, you cannot go backwards if you're Lamar and Robert Coleman. You got to get rid of the football. Good penetration there by the Lions for out the gate. Bringing pressure against Robert Coleman. You got to throw it away.
Time out of the half. This will be a 30-second
just kept it and brought down by the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, even out of the end zone would have been okay to just hoist the ball, but he had room on the outside. I mentioned his mobility is not the issue. He's just not the speediest back. That's the difference, too, you know, that Aiden McCowan brings is his speed. When he does run, he's one of the fastest runners on the team.
I mean, you could be Superman. I mean, the penetration by the Lions, I don't care who you are, it was very tough for you to escape that pressure. They was right in the backfield as soon as the ball was snapped.
Yep.
And Coleman just could have just thrown it away and lived another down at the 1-yard line. But, you know, they have another opportunity, or 3 more opportunities for a touchdown here with 28 seconds to go.
No, sometimes that can work in your favor. You know, you get a little more space, you got a little more room. I mean, obviously, you'd rather just dive in, you know, or quarterback sneak it, but this way you got a little bit more room. Let's see if they can take advantage of that. Southeastern march down here They got denied on a 4th down. Came up empty of points.
Get rid of it. There it
Into
is.
the end zone, the big guy finding Ja'Cory Hyder. 6'3", 252. Tight end, big target. Makes the catch. Hyder's 3rd year here at Lamar.
And just like that, Dan, Lamar's on the scoreboard due to the fact they got a dual threat quarterback that can extend the play with his legs named Robert Coleman. Find Hyder in the corner of the end zone for Lamar's first touchdown here in the first half.
Well, you know, Hyder only had 8 catches coming into the game. He had 2 in that drive. And here's a chance to make it 7. Ben Woodard is pretty much automatic. Guy is 12 for 14 in field goals. Puts this one down. And it's good. And Lamar, with 21 seconds left to play in the half, posts the first points of the game.
Impressive drive there by Lamar. Set the table by a handful of running backs. Coleman, you had Robertson come in as well, kind of helped. And Robert Coleman, even though he gave up that, those yardage, he redeemed himself by extending the plays with his legs and finding Hyder in the side or the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
Again, that drive, there it is, another look. Looks right, steps up, thought he was going to take off, and then he saw Hyder in the corner. I would think he's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He made the catch.
Can't miss him.
12 plays, 80 yards. Took up 4 minutes, 50 seconds.
It's amazing what points can do for you, right? I mean, just one touchdown. Look at the energy. Look at the excitement you see on the sideline from the Cardinals on the special teams as well. They was flat throughout the first half. You put up some points, and everybody's alive again.
Well, and we were talking earlier that was that decision by Southeastern and Frank Zelfo to go for it on 4th down at the 9-yard line early in the first quarter. Was that going to come back to haunt him? Better look out. Don't let this guy get outside because he can take off on you. We mentioned coming into the ball game that Brandon Hayes already had 2 touchdowns on returns. That time, though, rolled out before he makes it to the 40-yard line. See where they mark it. They make it, I think they're going to put it right at the 37. And Southeastern will have 13 seconds. See if they want to go for the home run ball. I see that Carson Camp is back in the game. That's a good sign for the Lions and the Lion faithful. Again, the Lions roll in here 7-2. 14th ranked team in the FCS. Under pressure, Camp has to throw it away. Gets it out of the sideline, finds himself looking up after the throw.
Yeah, Lamar's really, really stepped up their game, especially defensively up front, bringing pressure against Camp. It's contagious. Once your offense starts to get going here in front of your home fans, well, the defense steps up their effort as well. The nose tackle bringing the pressure straight up the middle against Camp, forcing the pass out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that was Beeman coming in. You see, they only got 3 down, so playing a little prevent here. Don't let anybody get behind you. That's the idea, but they're going to be satisfied. Calvin Smith Jr. with the takes, going to run out the clock. We'll get ready to head to the half, and again,
that is the end of the first half.
Let's go downstairs, check in with Bob Slovak.
All right, Coach, the offense finally showing some life there at the end of the half. How do you keep it going?
Yeah, I thought the offense showed life the whole game. We just kept behind the sticks a couple times, penalty and all those kinds of things. But, they did show a good drive right there, and the defense is playing good the whole half.
The defense has been bringing the fight. I mean, how do you keep that going?
They just got to keep fighting. They got to keep doing their things they're doing right now. They're staying within the defense and doing the things they're doing. We'll be fine.
You expect to have McCown available?
I don't think so.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. Dan?
All right, thanks, Bob. We'll go to the half. Lamar, again, with that 7-0 lead after mounting a last-minute drive here in the first half. We'll come back. We're going to talk with the president of Lamar University about some holiday events coming to campus. We'll also check around the rest of the Southland Conference. You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN. Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. Matchup between two of the best teams in the FCS, both in the top 25, 14 Southeastern, number 18 Lamar, and the Cardinals holding on to a 7-0 lead here at the half. Again, Dan Gresham with you. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. Really thank the gentleman to my right for taking the time. President of Lamar University, Jaime Taylor, is with us. And you know, it's got to be exciting for you as a president of a university to have this kind of a game being played on your campus on a November Saturday.
Oh, my gosh. It doesn't get any bigger than this. This is by far the biggest game we've had in football since I've been here. This is my 5th year. And, you know, Southeastern's a great team. They're in the top 25. They have obliterated their opponents up to this point.
Yeah.
And so, this is a great game for us, big game.
Yeah, it is that time of the year, too. We're in November, and I mention it because sometimes in Southeast Texas you forget because it's so warm when you go out the door. But we're head on into the holiday season, and you guys have done an event here since you got here that's kind of cool. I mean, it brings the community onto or through the campus.
Yeah, so we have this, we call it Cardinal Lights. We have red and white lights all over campus, and we do it for our students and for the community. And each year, it gets bigger and bigger. The first year we had a great turnout. Every year it's almost doubled in size. We had well over 1,000 people out for the first night. And then what's really exciting is you see people driving home on their way home from work, just driving through the campus to check out the lights.
Well, I'm going to guess that the fireworks don't happen every night.
No, yeah.
I'm assuming that must be the opening night.
That's the opening night.
Yeah.
And this year we're going to have a drone show, which I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be really cool.
Well, I think, again, getting that word out just about a drone show may attract some people as well.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, and we're going to hold it.
That's on the kickoff event?
That's on the kickoff event, and we'll have it right over our intramural field. So we have the new intramural field on campus, and it'll be November 18th at 6 o'clock. It's 2 Tuesdays from now.
All right. I just want to give, for those who are watching that maybe don't know exactly where the new intramural field is, if you know where the Rio building is, if you know where Vincent Beck Stadium is, you're in the right neighborhood.
You're in the right neighborhood.
I promise you, the cars will be to the point you can just kind of follow the crowd once you get there.
And there's a lot of events for little kids. We have and I think we're going to have a movie showing out there. So there'll be opportunities for little kids to have some stuff. We'll have free hot chocolate and cookies.
Yeah, I saw there was going to be a food truck there as well.
Yeah,
so
we're going to have a food
come
truck.
out, bring the family for supper, huh?
Absolutely. So it'll be a big night for a good family night if anybody wants to come out for that.
Why? This is just one of the things that I know that's going on that you've been kind of spearheading. The other thing that this year I think is the student involvement at athletic events. We've seen them here at the football games. I've seen them at volleyball, at soccer, and it's just that push to get people to come out and support.
Yeah, one of my big pushes when I got here is about students, trying to create events and opportunities for students to stay on campus, and it's happening. We got this new group called the Flock, ran by the students, and the intramural field has been a huge addition to campus. If you go out there any night of the week, it's full. We have 17 flag football teams.
Wow.
And so every night there's a flag football team playing out there.
And it's and when we say an intramural field, I don't know if my experiences in college, you would have been talking about a dirt open field. No, this is turf.
It is a replica of the football field, an exact replica of this football field.
Wow. It's very cool. And a lot of other things going on campus. I do want to remind folks, too, your university hosting the Southland Conference Soccer Tournament, which will be wrapping up tomorrow. And I know talking to Jeff O'Malley, the AD, he said we'd love to have other tournaments. That's our goal. Our object is to try to see if we can get some other things and make it the focus.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're, a lot more stuff is happening here at Lamar. And, of course, our volleyball team has had a great turnaround. They had a 10-game win streak, which is amazing.
They certainly have had a lot of success. Well, it's always a pleasure.
Thank
Dr.
you so
Taylor,
much for having me.
Thank you for dropping by here at halftime. And, of course, we'll see how this one rolls out. But don't forget, Cardinal Lights, again, you want to come out. That's November the 18th. That's a Tuesday. And the opening time is 6 to 8. So come on out and enjoy.
Look forward to seeing y'all there.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing all those lights up soon. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back on the other side. Check around the rest of the Southland Conference, see how that's going. And we'll also get you a look at the halftime stats here on ESPN. conference regular season play. And as we do, it's an active Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look at some of the other games happening around the league. You'll see that UIW with a resounding victory over Northwestern, 38-8. SFA continues to roll undefeated in conference play, getting the best of Houston Christian, 43-3 there in the fourth. McNeese and East Texas A&M all tied up early there in the second quarter. I think the game tonight, there it is, 5 o'clock kickoff between Nichols and UT Rio Grande Valley. And, of course, the showcase of the conference going on here in Beaumont with Lamar holding on to a 7-0 lead. We'll come back, get you ready for a second half of action. Difference between these two teams, despite the 7-point advantage for Lamar. Only thing that really jumps out maybe would be the difference in the number of yards passing versus rushing for the two teams. We'll break it all down for you as we continue on here on ESPN with more Southland Conference football. Come on, Texas, where the hometown Cardinals clinging to a 7-point lead as we get ready to open the second half. We're talking about those stats. Neither one of these teams airing it out exactly. Total of what? 14 passes between the two in that first half. We'll see what they do in the second. Southeastern fumbles. Will it be down on contact?
Yeah, I believe he was down. It's going to go back for the Lions.
I kind of think it will, too. It came out late while they sort that all out, but it looks like they are going to mark it down. They do. Let's check in with Bob Slovak, third member of our team, down on the sidelines. Bob?
Hey, Dan, I just checked in with veteran head coach Frank Selfo over with the Lions, and he said, hey, we just got to get back to doing what we do consistently. We can't get in third and long. We got to get some yardage on first and second, and we got to quit making the stupid penalties. We got to cut the penalties out. He thinks they'll be okay. He knows he's in a fight here. We're ready for it. Dan?
All right, thanks, Bob. Here we go. First possession, Southeastern. The Jet tries to get outside. Find some room. You can see his ability.
Yep.
DeAndre Jackson, as I mentioned, they call him the Jet.
Very elusive running back. Watch this, Dan, in this replay. Watch. Bounce to the inside, then he bounces right back to the outside right there as Huff is chasing him down with company. Man, the Jet Jackson is very tough to bring down in space.
But you saw even Huff had to wait for him to cut back into him once he got there. So first down, big carry. Up the middle again. And an easy first down and more. 20-yard pickup. Second in a row for the junior out of New Orleans. Spent last year at the JUCO level.
Take a look at this delayed handoff right there as Jet gets the handoff from Camp, which kind of slowed down the defensive line and the linebackers. He's very explosive between the tackles and the guard, picking up another first down for the Lions.
Yeah, I got to give Colin Boudreaux and Nolan Devlin the right side credit. Here he goes again. This time, though, encountered at the line of scrimmage. It's actually Jaden Henry. And he is thrown down. Marmar Evans, among others, coming up to make the step. There's a look at Evans.
Consecutive handoffs to their running back, as the Lions want to establish their running game here early in the third quarter, want to be physical against the Cardinals defense.
Ronnie Hambrick coming out, making the initial contact for Lamar, so they'll bring up a second down. Full backfield. Camp gives it again to Henry, who stopped at the line of scrimmage. Coming up from his cornerback spot, Paul Amodia, sophomore out of Richmond, right there, comes from the outside.
Yep. Perfect timing by the cornerback coming from the outside, closing in for the tackle from the backside. Now making it 3rd down and 7. This is a huge 3rd down for the Lions as they establish the running game right out the gate after halftime.
As you would imagine, DeAndre Jackson back in the game. After those two big gainers, he goes in motion to the right side. Camp tucks and runs, but maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Give credit to Faulkner, the linebacker and company, as they closed in on Camp, collapsing that pocket, forcing now field goal opportunity for the Lions here in this third series in the third quarter.
Yeah, Keitron Simpson also in there for Lamar, so that's going to bring out Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez. Long of 43 this season, 6 of 10, 60%. But they're going to put this one down at the 50, at the 40, so it'll be a 50-yarder. But he does have the wind at his back. It's down, it's up. It's long enough. It is good. So Rodriguez puts the Lions on the board, makes it 7-3. After the offense comes out and goes 5 plays, 34 yards. We're going to take a break, come back, see what Lamar can do with their first possession.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And up see Daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Do you enjoy college sports? The athletes, the excitement, the competition? Protect it. Don't lose the excitement of national competition. Don't jeopardize women's sports and Olympic sports. Make sure your favorite athletes continue to enjoy the many important benefits provided to them, and ensure that we preserve and standardize name, image, and likeness rights. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
So Southeastern comes out, 6 plays, 34 yards, gets a 50-yard field goal to make it 7-3 in this showdown between 14th-ranked Lions and number 18 Lamar. That one is brought back out for Lamar, but only to the 15-yard line.
Dan, recapping the Lions' effort, that was a really good execution there right out the halftime to be able to come out, establish the running game, being physical up front, attacking Lamar's defense. Even though they settled for a field goal, that was much needed by the Lions to be able to get back into this game, but putting up 3 points as Lamar still has 7.
Haven't heard anything official yet, but we got the suggestion from head coach Pete Rossimondo leaving the field that we may not see Aiden McCowan back in this game. So Robert Coleman will take over. Gives it to Xavier Coleman off the right side. Mentioned up front for Lamar, Winslow, Brooks, Ripley, Hester, and Boyd, all experienced. In fact, you've got 3 seniors, a junior, and 1 sophomore on that offensive line.
As you remember, late in the second quarter, Lamar caught a spark offensively. Coleman came in, and you had Robertson as well at the running back position. That helped him establish himself offensively. But the Lions is coming to the football as they break Coleman down in the backfield.
Great job by Caleb Proctor up front. Penetrates, forces Coleman to go deeper. Here he comes right there as he gets away from the block by Elias Ripley.
You can definitely see about 3 or 4 Lions in the backfield establishing themselves behind the line of scrimmage. That's never a good look for the Cardinals offense.
Yeah, that was 27, Jakari Jones, also coming to help out. Now Lamar goes back for a 3rd down, try to get it out, and they do. Find a little bit of daylight with Coleman. He fumbles the football, but was he down on contact? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Then I think he coughed that football up.
And if that's the
The
case,
result of the play is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down.
That could turn this game in a hurry.
Absolutely. Take a look at this replay as Coleman gets the ball high. He catches it, but takes a shot there right before he gets to the ground by number 11, coughing up the football.
And I think it was KK Reno, the linebacker, that got there and punched the ball out. See Coleman on the sideline. So now
The ruling on the field, the runner was fumbled and recovered by the defense. The previous play is under further review.
Not a surprise there. We'll take a look at it again. I kind of got a question myself.
Another high pass there.
But
Coleman.
The question is where. All right, we'll go to break. We'll let them work it out. We'll come back. Verdict of that last play, Matt Beck, the referee, clue us in. Turnover or no turnover? What do you think, Lamar?
I believe it's a turnover. You can look right here. She comes in from the left side, takes the shot
review,
there.
The ruling on the field, the ball was fumbled and recovered by the defense, is upheld. First down, Southeastern.
There it is.
And you're right.
Yeah.
He did fumble. I'm with you. I think that, you saw the first hit come right there. And that's KK Reno.
And the ball jars out.
And the ball comes out after that on the follow-up tackle by Shakespeare Lewis. And now Southeastern, great field position and a chance to open it up here.
Talking about a momentum switch. That was huge there for the Lions. Shout out to their defense, producing the first turnover here in the second half.
So Carson Camp goes to work, gives it to the Jet. Jaden Henry was in a while ago, but now DeAndre Jackson is back and showing what a threat he can be.
I'm telling you, Dan, you can definitely tell what the Lions discussed at halftime. They're going to establish and impose their will offensively, running directly at the line. At the Cardinals defense, led by the Jet Jackson. He's their leading runner and their go-to guy so far here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of that until you can prove that you can stop us, we're just going to hammer the ball at you. And why wouldn't you? Going to trade him out, bring in Jaden Henry, some fresh legs. He gets the carry, got a flag before the play.
It's going to be false start on the offense.
False start, number 78, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
I'm pretty sure that's what Frank Selfo was talking about with Bob Slovak after the half. We've got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties. That's a good example of what he was talking about.
Chance to kind of hit the reset button here offensively for the Lions.
For Lamar, they got to tighten up. There's a good look at Logan Potter, the left tackle, coming from behind.
Nice.
Oh, nice stop there by Lamar. Gang tackling. Just coming down the line, Peyton Christian.
Yep.
Big number 3.
He shoots the gap right here, right in the backfield before the running back decides which running lane he wants to penetrate. Christian comes in and with a no-gain play there for the Cardinals defensive line.
Christian Pugh always seems to be everywhere the ball is.
He has a nose for the football.
So 2nd and goal to go. Lamar shifting some on defense. See the linebackers moving, expecting to play a pass, and Camp has to throw it away, falling down.
Shout out to Lamar's defensive secondary. That's a cover sack there.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. Number 13 is in the area.
Keytron Simpson, number 10.
Take a look at this, Dan, in the replay. Nobody down the field that Camp is comfortable to throw the football to. You got to give credit to the secondary for being in place so Camp cannot throw the football down the field, and the pressure from the defense line made him throw it away.
Yeah, but big heads-up play to get rid of it, because otherwise you're talking about probably 10 yards further back from the goal line. So now it's going to be 3rd down. Can Lamar pull off an improbable goal line stand here? Camp in the backfield, shotgun. Looks to his left, throws, incomplete pass, no flag. Paul Amodia.
Another
with
good
the
coverage.
Superman stance there.
That was a great coverage. Man-to-man coverage, going against one of the best receivers in the conference.
You want to be a good D-back, you got to have moxie, man. You got to be willing to put it up after that. You got to be in the face.
You have to. I mean, you have to have the self-awareness and the confidence to be able to cover somebody in man-to-man coverage, especially when you're backing against the wall in the red zone.
So that'll bring back Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez. This time it'll be from the 18, so a chip shot of 28. Puts it down and nails it into the scoreboard. So a pair of field goals. The best the Lions can manage on these possessions and cut the lead to just 1 as we have 8:15 left to play here in the 3rd.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Save $13,000 on a new Ford F-150. Hurry to Silsbee Ford. We're going all out until we're all out of remaining 2025s. While they last, $39,015 for a new Ford F-150 Crew Cab. $39,015. That's $13,000 off. And get a $500 Walmart gift card with every trade-in, plus free window tint. So come to Silsbee Ford in the heart of Silsbee, Texas, USA.
So come get you one at Silsbee Ford.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Potential. Experience. Impact. Future. At Lamar University, we create unimaginable opportunities. The world is changing, and so are we. Come see for yourself at Lamar University.
I have always enjoyed an active lifestyle, but the pain in my knees wore me down. The pain I experienced made it difficult to stand for even more than 5 minutes at a time. I was so tired of telling my grandsons, I can't play now, Nana's knees hurt. Then I had both knees replaced at Memorial, and now I'm back doing what I love, making pasta with my husband, hiking, and spending time with my grandkids. Next stop, Yellowstone. This is my life without joint pain.
5 plays, 13 yards after that fumble recovery at the Lamar 24. And, of course, the field goal to make it a 1-point difference. But offense better take a couple of minutes to say thank you to that defense for coming up with a stop there after the turnover.
That was a huge stop there. Starting with their secondary, they was doing a great job.
The result of the play is a touchback. First down, Lamar.
And they was doing a great job covering the receivers in the red zone, and which helped the defensive line bring pressure by Christian and company. And again, Lamar defense has really kept them in this football game.
Agreed.
100%. Yeah.
100%. You know, and sometimes you've been there. I've been there on defense. It's like, okay, maybe we're going to have to be the one that wins this game. Maybe we're going to have to turn them with a turnover of our own, or a pick six, or, you know, maybe a special teams play. If the offense can't get it done, screen set up, but look at all the white jerseys, and still a good run just to pick up a few yards, best that he can.
There's Jones.
By Jones, but man, talk about sniffing out a play. Looked like somebody sent a little signal ahead of time. Everybody was just standing there waiting for the receiver.
Everyone knew it was going to be a wide receiver screen, and defense kind of attacked it, and Jones was defending and running for his life on that last play.
Loss of a yard. Go right back up the middle again, maybe 2 yards. But again, as P. Rossamondo told us in pregame conversation, we've got to take care of first and second downs. We can't get behind the sticks. And I think it'd be fair to say to this point, they've spent this game behind the sticks.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. They've been behind the sticks throughout this first half and in the second half, midway. They struggled to establish themselves first down and second down, which is the reason why they're struggling. Inconsistency there, which puts them in third down and long.
149 total yards in this game. Coleman in trouble. Just has to throw it away, being chased as he rolls to his right.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was out of the tackle box, and the ball went beyond the line of scrimmage. Fourth down.
And that will force a punting situation. So Lamar quickly, offense, puts the pressure back on the D.
Short rested defensive stance there. They got a chance to get to the sideline, drink a little bit of Gatorade because they're coming right back on the field. But don't look now. The Lions are starting to build a momentum here, even though they only settled for a couple of field goals in this third quarter.
And keep an eye on 31. You can't give up the big play to him. Has to go back, but Lamar catches a break and will get a chance to keep it out of the hands of number 31. I should say 81, Dakari Joseph. Good kick that time by Mason Stallings. So Southeastern will take over, go to work from their own 32-yard line.
And it looks like Southeastern switches up the quarterback, come with their dual threat quarterback and low. And now with the running game really working for them in the third quarter, it could be a 1-2 punch offensively if the quarterback can do some RPOs in this series.
Look how they got them spaced out to the far side.
There it is.
And there it is, exactly what you said. Take it outside, see what you got, turn it up if you can.
Absolutely.
And that's good enough for 5 yards. And again, as we were talking about for Lamar, you know, that's what you've got to do. That first and second down is pick up enough yardage so that when you get to third, it's not an overwhelming task to pick up the first down.
Going to be in third and short, 3rd and 1. Well, it's the Lions' turn right now.
Going to stretch this one out, try to get to the outside. And down to the ground. I think some fresh legs in there for Southeastern, some numbers that we did not see in the first half. I want to say that was Brandon Hayes with the carry, but Hayes coming on, so I'm not sure exactly who got the carry, but it's going to be 3rd down. See Calvin Smith Jr. in the backfield with Kyle Lowe. Put a man in motion, don't give it to him. Rolls to the right, had an open receiver across the middle, just overthrew the intended receiver. I think he was trying to hit Cade Collier, the big tight end.
Again, Lamar's defense stepping up big when you need it. Watch the pressure from the backside against Lowe as he tries to rolls out. We're actually in the front of him as he forced the pass a little bit high. No, look, three and out for the Lions.
Yeah, nice play by DeKelvion Beeman.
Yep.
To put the pressure on. So now Alec Marlar will have to kick it away, and standing back to receive, one of the most dangerous men in the Southland Conference. Kendon Fusilier, but smart move. Not going to get a chance to even put a hand on the ball. And you got to give it to to Southeastern special teams. They have kept it away from Fusilier. I mean, every punt's been a good angled punt, putting them deep in their own territory. Here they'll have to start from their own 22.
Yep. Excellent job there. I mean, you got to, play the field position game and doing a really good job special team wise and keeping away from Fusilier. But if you're Robert Coleman right now going into this series, you want to take a page possibly out of the Southeastern Louisiana book. Do some RPOs or try to get on the outside edge and put some pressure on this Lions defensive ends.
Well, yeah, I just don't think that Robert Coleman is as much of a threat with the run. Not saying that he can't pick up a few yards. There's a nice run. Pushing it just a little bit further. Damian Moore, I think. I'm not sure the jersey is up, actually. That's not 28.
26, it looks like.
26 instead, so that's Shamir Muhammad. Freshman out of Fort Worth getting a little playing time. Actually, Raspberry. Sorry, my bad. Omarion Raspberry, the freshman out of Garrison, Texas. Major Bowden back in the backfield now with Coleman. He gets the carry, and he'll pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards.
Just wear him down with the running game. You have the experienced offensive line with the Cardinals. Bowden, you switch it up with Raspberry and possibly Coleman if he can come in and add some fresh legs. I mean, you still have the lead. You still have a 1-point lead, Dan.
You still haven't seen the short passes.
No.
You haven't seen the flicks to the back. You haven't seen anything in the flats.
Which possibly can happen if you're Lamar. You just got to keep them honest with the running game.
They certainly do. Straight ahead goes Bowman. He may be close. I think he'll be short of the first, but it will be a short yard situation.
It's definitely going to come down to field position and time possession in the second half. As we look at this replay here, watch the handoff to the running back. He just goes north and south, right down the middle to pick up positive yards and get close to the first down.
We mentioned Major Bowden, 5'9", 185 pounds running into that defensive line.
Man, bowling ball.
230, 325, 280. Out of the shotgun. Receivers to the far side. Once again, Coleman just looking for that first down. They're going to get it and then some as they cross the 45. Khalid Moore coming up off the bottom of the pile for Southeastern.
And if you're a fan right now for Lamar, you're probably thinking this is not pretty football, but it's effective for Coach Rossamano and his coaching staff. I mean, sometimes you got to win ugly, and right now they have a 1-point lead late in this third quarter.
I'm like you. It ain't ugly as long as you're moving the sticks. It's not ugly if you're marching down the field.
I mean, you got to understand, fans come accustomed to seeing big plays and getting excited this season.
Well,
prior to the loss last week against UIW, there was.
I'll go with it ain't flashy.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not sure that it's ugly.
Well,
may not be everybody's favorite. It may not be the most exciting brand of football.
That's true. I go back to what Coach Rossamano said in this week conference call. The big uglies up front.
Oh yeah, we won't even go there.
So I'm just referencing, it's ugly football because the big uglies up front is really open up the running lanes for the running back.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Coleman 5 of 6 throwing the ball this time. He's going to keep it. Got some room. Sprints it up to the 35 and slides down.
Kelly, take a page out the Lions playbook, the RPO. Keep them honest with the running game, fake it and keep it to the outside. Watch this here. Coleman fakes it down the running back's stomach and keeps it wide open to pick up the first down for the Cardinals.
Smart move. Slide down while you got time. No need to pick up the extra yard. You got the first down. That is the 9th of the game for Lamar. Back to Bowman this time. Defense waiting for him at the line.
Got a player down with his helmet off. That's why the whistles you hear in the background. But then again, I'm gonna keep saying it until it changes the pace. It's going to come down to field position and field position and time of possession, especially in the second half. Right now, the Cardinals are controlling the clock and the momentum by running the football and being patient offensively.
Clock continues to run down to 39 seconds left in the third. Coleman looks deep.
Got him.
Over the shoulder.
Oh,
did not make the catch. If he let him, it's a 6, but he just couldn't get in front of him. We're talking about Ja'Cory Hyder, the big tight end out of Woodville.
Yeah, Hyder had a step on him. Watch this right here. Coleman just lobs it up. Hyder had a step on the defender.
Yeah, if he comes over the other shoulder and he's in bounds, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Well, a weapon Lamar definitely has Ben Woodard. He's kicked it from as long as 57. You're well within his range, even if you stall out here. Obviously, you'd prefer to get it into the end zone if you can.
Well, you got the first down.
Good play. Coleman kept it in long enough for everybody to be a little bit confused, I think, whether or not Major Bowman had the ball.
Officials timeout for an injured player of the defense.
So timeout called on the field. Lamar marching down.
Yep.
So far, 9 plays, 41 yards on this drive. Started back at their own 23-yard line.
Lamar's fired up. That timeout came. Everybody from the sideline came running to the field because they can just feel the momentum. Then just think about it. I talked about with Coach Rossamano this week on our conference call. Like, it looks like McCown's.
Yep, that's Aiden McCowan out of his shoulder pads and back on the field talking to his teammates. That's one thing that is always kind of impressive, and Pete Rossamando in his discussion was honest enough to say that it's not always this way, even on his team. He said, but these two guys have been super supportive of each other. You know, Aiden McCown had not taken a snap in 3 years at Lamar. You know, but everybody had said he may not have taken a snap, but he was involved in everything.
Yep.
He was one of those leaders, always wanted to be, you know, the quarterback leader. And that these two players, when it went the other way, that Robert Coleman, same thing, was very supportive of Aiden McCowan when he was in the game.
And think about that. In the transfer portal era,
how many
guys would stick around for 3 years with his resume and his family
and his
background.
connections? I agree. So first down now, as we run it down to 9 seconds. Coleman in trouble, looks for the end zone, think he's trying to throw it away, and he does. Kendon Fusilier in the end zone, but really didn't have a chance to make the catch. So that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter.
We got a 1 point ball game. Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. Down to the final 15. Lamar, Southeastern Louisiana. Number 14 going up against number 18, and it has been a slugfest to this point. Lamar on the drive. Keeper for Coleman. And he goes down on the shoulder, and I'd be a little concerned. You know, he went out with a shoulder injury earlier in the season. He gets up, appears to be okay, but I think I'd be holding my breath if I'm the coaching staff every time this happens.
Yeah.
Because he bounced off the turf.
Yeah, especially when you see him take multiple hits like that from defenders. But, again, Robert Coleman's very tough. We've been witnessing that for the last couple of seasons for Lamar as they had winning seasons back-to-back. But Lamar's control, for the most part, the clock as well as the momentum late in the third quarter, going into this fourth quarter.
Here he goes again. I think he's just trying to center it up.
I
For
believe
Ben
so
Woodard. There you
flag.
go. There's your flags.
Yep.
Coleman jawing it up. Trying to see exactly who that was coming up to the middle. I believe it's number 2. That'd be Caleb Proctor. Going to get called for the personal foul, and that could be very costly for his team.
You got to also think, too, Dan, we're going to get the call here shortly.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 2, defense. Half the distance to goal, automatic, first down.
You had to also think, too, frustration might be kicking in with the line, especially up front for the defensive line, because all Lamar's been doing is running directly at them, and it's still hot and humid here in November. A lot of guys get fatigued and running thin on patience as well.
I think he's good. He slammed him down. I don't think the flag flies until he gets up.
Oh, yeah.
And, the lip
drawing
probably got him in trouble more than, the actual throw. So Lamar now will 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. Very costly penalty. Or maybe, let's see. Lamar's got to do something with it. Major Bowden gets it off to a good start inside the 5 on the blast.
Man, it's something about when you can effectively run the football, especially down the defensive throat. Watch this play here as Bowden gets the handoff from Coleman, and watch the running lane as everybody clears out the way as Bowden leans forward in the red zone, getting Lamar closer and closer to the end zone.
Lamar offensive line winning the battle up front. So now 2nd down. The game again to Bowden. Goes low. Doesn't quite break the plane, but awful close. There's a look at the senior, 4th year here at Lamar.
Again, low center of gravity wins every time. The low man wins.
And he keeps his feet moving at the same time.
Here we go. If you're a Lamar fan right now, you're standing up and trying to see if we're going to get a touchdown here. Oh, here comes a timeout.
Yeah, Southeastern's going to want timeout, I think. Or maybe it's Lamar.
Timeout, Southeastern. Their first charge timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, really changed the flavor of this game.
Yep.
Because now you're looking at a 1st and goal to go. So that penalty keeps Lamar alive.
Definitely keeps him alive.
And a chance to double up the score.
Again, I believe as a former defensive player, it started to wear on you when you have an offensive line and a running backs by committee running directly at you, wearing you down. They start to get frustrated, because you can't control it. It's really nothing you really can do. You see the frustration there in the head coach's face.
Yeah, boy. This is a guy that's got plenty of experience in the game. Could give you an earful. Frank Selfo, 8th season at Southeastern. But also, he's been around as an assistant coach. He was in the pro ranks as well. I can understand why he's not happy. I imagine he'll probably be letting some players know about his unhappiness later.
You and everybody that's watching. Touchdown, Lamar.
There it is, into the end zone. He should finish it. He started it. Major Bowden.
Great way to execute and put an exclamation point on the effort there by Lamar. Offense, moving the ball down the field, just a straight handoff to Bowden. Give credit to the offensive line. They've been leaning heavy on that defensive line for a touchdown for Lamar Cardinal.
Bowden in his celebration. As we await the PAT from Woodard. Ben Woodard, we mentioned, it's been pretty automatic in his time here at Lamar. So the Cardinals, 14 plays, 77 yards, run 7:39 off the clock. End it with Major Bowden's dive into the end zone. And there's offsides on the PAT. And you see the ref coming over to ask if they want to decline.
Offside. Defense, that penalty's declined. Replay the try.
And of course it is by Pete Rosamondo and his staff. So Mason Stallions, the punter, is actually the holder for the point after. There it is, it's good. So Lamar breaking out to a 14-6 lead as we move into the fourth here in Beaumont.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And upsy daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Do you enjoy college sports? The athletes, the excitement, the competition? Protect it. Don't lose the excitement of national competition. Don't jeopardize women's sports and Olympic sports. Make sure your favorite athletes continue to enjoy the many important benefits provided to them, and ensure that we preserve and standardize name, image, and likeness rights. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls. Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat. Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Let's check in with Bob Slovak prowling the sidelines. I guess we'll wait till after the kickoff, but we will check in with him. There you see Pete Rosamondo. He's prowling the sidelines for sure.
Everybody's pumped up on the sideline as Lamar is taking control of this game with another touchdown.
Yeah, well, this is a team that comes into this game with 7 wins. They're just one shy of a school record for a single season, so they could get that if they can hold on to this lead.
Great point there, too, Dan. They haven't won 8 games since 2014.
Yeah, it's been a while for sure. Let's check in now with Bob down the sidelines.
Hey, Dan, lots of juice over here on the Lamar sideline as they're taking this 14-6 lead. Now, the one thing we do know about Lamar, they are a fourth-quarter team. They've got 4 fourth-quarter victories this season. Still a lot of football yet to be played here. The Lamar defense looking to keep the pressure on the Lions offense. Dan?
Well, they have been stand up to this point, no doubt about that. They have saved the bacon, as they say, several times over the course of the first 3 quarters. The question is, can they keep putting pressure on?
There it is.
How about that? An INT on a screen as Southeastern tries to dial something up
The result
different.
of the play, the ball was intercepted by the defense. First down, Lamar.
Marmar Evans coming up with the INT. Found himself right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, we're at the right place at the right time for Evans as he posed with his defensive player. Take a look at this replay here. Pressure coming in. Lowe just throws it up there, and guess who's right there to receive it? That's Mr. Evans for the Cardinals.
Yeah, tip off the hand of Cade Collier, the big tight end. See, there's a reason you do those tip drills every day, D-backs.
It pays off.
They know that. So Lamar, another big opportunity here. Put some distance between themselves and the Lions. Taking over at the 36-yard line of Southeastern. Bowden still in the backfield for Lamar. Gets tripped up after maybe 2 yards. I was just looking, I made a note to remind myself because I thought it was kind of a cool thing that I ran across. We were talking about Frank Selfo, the head coach for Southeastern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact 8th season, he's been to the conference championship, 3 trips postseason, 2 times SLC Coach of the Year, 40 years of experience. But did you know he also has a connection to Southeast Texas? He actually coached at both Vidor and Orangefield High Schools back in the late 80s.
Okay.
Small world.
Yeah, Golden Triangle love.
Coleman just has to throw it away when he can't find an open man. That'll bring up a
There's
third
no
down
foul for
situation.
intentional grounding. Number 1 is in the area.
Lamar has a big third down as they face a third down and 9 after getting that turnover. Try to catch the defense sleeping, and the Lions said, no, we're still awake here in the secondary, despite us not slowing down the running game. So Coleman tried to take a shot. Didn't work for him there.
Again, when you have the leg of Ben Woodard, you're in scoring range now.
Anything is possible. Swing
it out to Bowden. Runs into his own guy. Maybe picks up 3. Still going to be shy of the first down. Will they attempt the field goal from this distance? Looks like they're sending the punting unit out. You would put the ball down on about, the 38-yard line. So that'd be a 48-yard field goal.
I think they're going for it, Dan. They're going for the 48 field goal.
I saw Mason Stallings come out, but I didn't see Ben Woodard. That's because, again, Stallings is the holder on field goals. Woodard, 40 to 49 yards. He is 2 of 2. And this will be put down at the 38. So it would be a 48-yarder.
Oh, well, they got delay of game? Or did they call a timeout?
I don't know, but Pete Rossamondo not happy.
Timeout. Lamar.
So a
Their
time.
first charge timeout of the half.
So a
This will be
timeout
30-second
before
timeout.
the delay of game.
Yeah, I wouldn't anticipate them to just let the clock run out for a delay of game, but that'll push them back. Really hurt the field goal.
Well, now, I did not hear him. Yeah, again, they called the timeout before the delay of game. So they would not suffer the penalty and would still put it down within Woodard's range. Again, it's a guy that kicked a 57-yarder, and when he did, it cleared by probably 5-6 yards. He could have kicked it almost from 60.
Well,
and he's got the wind at his back.
He definitely has a strong leg. No doubt about that.
You know, to me, the question always is any movement on the ball. Hook it,
It's the placement for me. You got to get it snapped in place so he can be able to kick and follow through.
48 yards down. It's up. It's going to be short and wide to the right. I just didn't think he got all the way through that one.
Nah. Well, he definitely had power on it. It went far right, but the wind probably caught it as well.
Well, the wind was behind him. It was at his back. So Lamar comes up empty after a big turnover. There you see Ben Woodard, good story. Went out to Texas Tech, didn't catch after a couple of years. Thought maybe his career was over in football, and hooks up with Pete Rossamondo's staff here at Lamar, and has certainly been a weapon for them. Now Southeastern trying to see if they can find something on offense. But, you know, you've been there. You played defense. I played, you know, this is kind of where once you become kind of the hero, it's, you know, and they have been the hero of this game despite the fact that Lamar scored 14. Southeastern could have scored 21 if this defense hadn't stopped. But anyway, it's that this is when it's fun to play defense because you guys, you're all on the same page. It's that gang tackling mentality.
No doubt.
Get after the ball. We can do this just like that. You send the corner in. You don't get him, but he breaks it outside, and you're in trouble because there goes the jet. DeAndre Jackson looked like he was down at the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, he's down inside the 20.
The Jackson said it's not over yet, Dan, even though they're only down by 8 points. But caught Lamar being very aggressive from the outside, and they handed the ball to the Jet, and he did the rest, getting the Lions down the field almost to the red zone.
DeAndre Jackson came into the game 9th in the Southland Conference. Bust that one for 45 yards. Actually, I guess it was probably closer to about 43.
Number 1 of the defense presented himself as injured after the ball was spotted. By rule, Lamar will be charged a timeout. Wow. That is their second of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So Christian Pugh comes out of the game. Pugh, of course, stand-up defensive back for this team. Played in 23 career games. Third year at Lamar.
One of the most consistent football players in the secondary.
Yeah, definitely, and one of the leading tacklers for this defense.
Hard-nosed player, got a nose for the football. Really believe he has an opportunity to play at the next level, if not on Sundays.
So with the big gain, it's going to set up a 1st and 10. They spot the ball at the 23. Can they flex again? Lamar defense, they are being tested.
Here it is.
In the backfield, coming from the outside. Big tackle that time.
Looks like Hamrick again, number 6.
Ronnie Hamrick.
Coming from the outside, right in the backfield, right before the counter sweep developed. Hamrick smelled that one from the beginning for no gain.
Hamrick, another one of those seniors on this defensive unit. See if they can bend, don't break. Carson Camp in the backfield. Gives it off again to Jackson. This time Jackson not able to break 3. There comes the ball out, but whistle was blown.
Lamar's doing an excellent job defensively. Everybody's swarming to the football, in tune to what's going on. Take a look at this replay here. Look at all the black shirts around the running back there. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, Andrew Huff kind of coming around from a linebacker spot. And there you see Brandon Fuse-Faulkner
ripping
the ball out.
No running lanes for Jackson or any running back for the last couple plays for the Lions.
Southeastern now 214 yards rushing. They keep it on the ground. No. Going to get it out into the flats. Maybe pick up 3 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Short of the first, so you're going to have to make that decision. Do we want the points?
Looks like they're going to go for a field goal. As we take a look at the replay here, a quick bubble screen out to the wide receiver.
Yeah, I think you have to take the points here.
Yeah, they're going for a field goal here.
You can't come up empty with 7:42 left to play. So out comes Guillermo Rodriguez to see if he can make the 3rd field goal.
Oh, to go for the fake.
Faking it, and wide open touchdown.
Wow.
What a smart play by Southeastern. Want to see that one again.
They caught Lamar sleeping there on special teams.
What a great play. Just right to the holder. Never a question. Jump off and to the house for the touchdown.
Well, Dan, we have a ball game now.
I would say we definitely have a ball game. Jack Hunter, who is the backup punter.
He was shocked that he was wide open and untouched.
So 14-12. Waiting for the extra point. Southeastern apparently going to go for 2.
I anticipate Lowe's to get to the outside edge and try to put some pressure on this defense.
Mentioned Lamar's defense stepping up that time. Just got caught on special teams.
Ooh, big
Lowe,
tackle.
not going to get there.
Big play there
as Christian Pugh came up to meet him as he tried to push it out to the far side.
Yeah, I anticipated Lowe's to be able to try to bounce it to the outside. Watch this play here. Design quarterback keeper, and guess what? Mr.
There is no foul for illegal substitution. The try is no good.
So Southeastern will settle for the 6. Close it to 2 with 7:23 left in the ball game. Stadium here in Beaumont, Texas. Southeastern Louisiana, Lamar. Told you it was going to be a slugfest, and it has lived up to the billing to this point. Number 14, number 18 going at it, and they're still reviewing the attempted two-point conversion.
We can definitely hear the coaches next to us in the press box, and they're very furious right now. They thought Lamar had 12 men on the field at the time when the ball was snapped.
Let's roll it back. Let's run it back to what happened if you are just joining us again. Southeastern goes 6 plays, 69 yards.
Replay, illegal substitution, defense. More than 11 players in formation at the snap. Half the distance to the goal. We will replay the try.
Oh, there it is. So there's the overturn. So the coach was justified in his
frustration.
I'm not going to say ranting, but he was very loud. He was definitely wanted to make sure the coaches on the field had an idea of what he saw from up top here in the press box, and obviously pays off as now the Lions will get a second chance, half the distance to the goal. Again, this all as a result of a fake field goal that Jack Hunter, the backup punter, took off for 22 yards from the touchdown. And now the Lions trying to square this one up at 14.
I don't think he did. No, I don't think he
did
got
he make it?
No.
Lamar says no.
I think Faulkner stopped him.
There you see.
The try is no good.
So still come empty-handed after 2 tries. Take another look.
Design quarterback keeper, and Faulkner stops him right there in his tracks. Couldn't even reach over the goal line.
Well, I really think it was underneath that got first contact. Didn't get a chance really to see it. It looked like the number 9. And on Lamar's defense, there were a couple of people. It could have been Christian Booker among others. See who comes in on the bottom right there. Oh, I know who that is.
Number 99.
That's number 99, Salami.
Salami was the first guy at the legs, and Faulkner cleaned him up at the top.
Salami is just, I mean, he like you say, made first contact, but enough for Faulkner to get in there. Now, just a question of Lamar's offense. Can they find some kind of spark, take the pressure off the defense? Great play call on the fake, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
everybody in the house was asleep, including yours truly. I'm waiting for the kick.
And the backup punter was so surprised that no one touched him. He's like,
hey, he could have walked in.
He was like, I'm surprised nobody saw this coming. Like, he was just like, let me hurry up and get into the end zone.
All comes down to 7:23. Coming out to the 20, and that's where Lamar will go to work. See if they can find something in this offense.
It's important that they establish themselves again. We're going back to the theme, first down and second down.
Well, you know, to me, again, they had a drive when they put 14 points, their second touchdown, that really had that consistency. Of course, they took advantage of a penalty to continue the drive. Robert Coleman.
I don't foresee them doing anything outside of the norm they've been doing. They just got to establish positive yardage on first and second down, which helped continue to move this clock here with almost 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Right. The goal now has to be, like you said, desired 4 to 5, 3 to 5 yards, and continue to make the clock your friend, running it down as far as possible while advancing the ball.
Yep.
They do it with the first down.
When you look at, how conservative they're the Cardinals are right now offensively, taking their time to get to the line of scrimmage. There's no sense of urgency, especially if they can get another 3 to 4 on this play here.
Bowden again with the carry, again with 4 or 5 yards, probably 4. Major Bowden now coming out, but he's got 80 yards on the game. Lamar with plenty of running backs in reserve. Joshua Robinson, Xavier Coleman, Damian Moore.
And they going with Raspberry right now on this 3rd down and 1 in the fourth quarter.
Big play.
Very big play for Raspberry. They've been on the sideline the whole time.
There it is. First down for Lamar.
Sneaks through.
Finds a crease. Again, give credit to the front line.
Oh, yeah.
Knox Boyd, John Hester, Elias Ripley, Reggie Brooks, Cortez Winslow.
Man, all those guys need steaks tonight. They need.
They'll get steaks. They get steaks every night, don't they?
They're going to get fed tonight. Well, they earned this.
They have. They've worked hard.
Yeah.
And Southeastern, same way.
Yeah.
And the Southeastern D-line. It's been a battle. I mean, there's no hiding it. This has been a well-fought game.
Oh, good shot there.
Big play
in there.
Coming up.
Reno.
Yep.
0.
To make the stop, KK Areno, the linebacker, middle linebacker, senior out of New Iberia. Leading tackler on this team came in with 77, and watch him shoot the gap here.
Right there.
Boom.
Yeah. Comes right on in. Untouched.
Crashes the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Raspberry never even had a chance to get started.
No, he couldn't get started. He was right there in his face.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Lamar not going to do anything different.
Super conservative right now. They want to eat this clock up.
And that's fine, but now you're going to come down to a point, if this is the case, because you have not gotten those 1st and 2nd down yardages in this particular series.
So you definitely third
so
and
now
long
you're now you're behind the state. You know, you're looking at 3rd and 11. If you wind up, even if you eat it down, you give them the ball with 3 minutes.
But they can live with that because their defense is playing phenomenal throughout this whole game.
Until they gave up
that
touchdown on a fake.
Well, that was special teams.
Well, okay, yeah. Technically, it was special teams. They were still playing defense.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Coleman scrambling, looks downfield, finds a receiver. Was it a catch?
Yeah, by Jones.
Indeed it was. Isaiah Jones, first touch.
Well, that's all negated. Everything we just discussed is out the window now.
Don't have to worry about that possibility.
Yeah.
Jones just turning around, a little button hook there.
Yeah, comeback route. Good timing between Robert Coleman and Isaiah Jones. Haven't said his name a lot, but he's very dependable when you need him. Got a big frame at 6'3", first down Cardinals.
Yeah, senior out of Norman G in his 4th year with Lamar. So now out of the I formation with Coleman actually under center.
With the fullback too.
Going to give it to the second guy and just keep pushing ahead. Clock continues to roll.
It'll be very interesting to see when does Southeastern start using some of their timeouts.
Got a timeout now, 3:02, and again, 2-point ball game here in Beaumont.
That is their second charge timeout of the half. This will be a full media timeout.
You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN. this one. And number 18, number 14 going at it here in Beaumont. Second down. The one thing that Lamar cannot afford to do at this point
is to go backwards.
No, give up the ball.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you saw that where the handoff. I mean, they're almost in the middle of the handoff there.
Yeah,
you cannot turn it over.
That is true.
So now Southeastern obviously going to take the timeout because they're trying to manage the clock. You see what I'm saying right there?
Yeah.
Good job by Caleb Proctor. Come crashing in there on Major Bowden. But, yeah, I mean, you're talking about now manage the clock from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Southeastern, you want to have that 2-minute timeout on your side.
Absolutely.
So they're going to take this one, force Lamar to be in that situation where maybe they can use the 2-minute timeout to their advantage.
Yeah, it feels like they have, instead of having 2, they have 3 timeouts because they're going to utilize the 2-minute timeout.
Right.
But if you're Lamar, as you stated, Dan, you want to protect the football at all costs. I mean, you'd rather take a sack or take a loss, a game, before you give up the turnover. You can always punt and rely on your defense. Their defense has been playing solid throughout this game for Lamar. So here's a big 3rd down and 8 for Coleman.
And, of course, now the clock doesn't start until you snap the ball. So,
I believe Coleman is going to try to find either Isaiah Jones or – oh, no, it goes with a pitch.
There's first down, out to the other side. Where's that been all night? Kind of a sweep to the other side?
Yeah, I really thought it was going to go over the passing play, but that worked.
Well, I'd say it worked.
Was it Simmons?
Yeah, I believe it is. I'm trying to find it myself.
You got 2 number 5, so it looks like it's Simmons number 5 there for the Cardinals.
So that'll be another first down for Lamar. 15 on the afternoon, now evening. And Lamar 1st and 10 inside the 40. Out of the shotgun. Content to give it to Major Bowden again, left side. Behind Reggie Brooks and Elias Ripley.
And the best part, Dan, the clock is continuing to run for the Lamar Cardinals, so they're very conservative and patient offensively.
Now they get the 2-minute.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
There's a good look at Elias Ripley, number 58. Senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, playing his heart out. Can the Cardinals hang on, or will the Lions make a comeback? We'll find out. 2 minutes. 2. Lamar. 2nd and 7. Puts a man in motion. Robert Coleman with a long snap, running the clock down. Not the game clock. Nice move out to the 30-yard line. Every time you watch Lamar, it seems like it's a different back that steps up and is the workhorse for that game. Yeah. We've seen Xavier Coleman. We've seen Damian Moore. And tonight, it was Major Bowden that stepped up. Bowden now at 80 yards on the game. And this has been old school football.
Oh, definitely old school football. And leverage always win in football, and that's what played in the favor for Bowden at 5'8", 5'9". The low man wins. Give credit to the offensive line. They did a phenomenal job consistently opening up lanes for Bowden, and he did the rest by running the football hard for the call. Oh, he fumbled.
Just what we talked about.
Wow.
Lamar could not afford a fumble. Coming up with it, Khalid Moore.
Ruling on the field, the ball was fumbled and recovered by the defense. First down, Southeastern.
Now the question is, can the defense come up with a stop? Lamar looked like they had it locked. And what did I say? You cannot turn it over.
Yep.
And, of course, if you're playing defense and you're especially like Ian Connerly, all you want to do is rip the ball. If somebody else has got the tackle.
Ruling on the field, the ball was fumbled and recovered by the defense. The previous play is under further review.
Well, that's to be expected.
Yeah, it's expected. And as I was giving Bowden praise as he fumbled the football.
Well, I think if you watch again, I think it's a punch that comes, watch, first contact, and then right there, I felt like
25.
Number 25.
Ripped it out.
Ian Connerly just kind of reached underneath and gave it a good shot. A good left hook.
Be surprised if they overturn this fumble.
Yeah, I would be too. I'd be very surprised. If that is the case, that they don't overturn this, here's one more look at it from a different angle. Okay, there's initial contact.
Watch 25 left arm as he's making the contact from the side.
You see him pulling. He wasn't pushing, he was pulling.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a fumble recovered by the defense is upheld. First down, Southeastern Louisiana.
Now it's all on Southeastern. What can you do with 1 minute and 10 seconds? They've got a kicker. Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez. It's got a long of 43, so if nothing else, if you can move the ball 40 yards,
that's it.
You can have a field goal shot at it. Lamar, you can't give them too much. Get the pass out. Again, stop the clock. 4 seconds off.
Smart play there. Go out to the flats. Run your receivers from the outside inside. Drag your running back to the flats to be able to get the ball in space. Get some positive yards. Like you said, Dan, the most important part, get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
Kyle Lowe in at quarterback. Neither one of these teams have done much through the air in this game. You're looking at Southeastern with 51 total yards passing, and now they need it. Another completion, this time to DiMaggio. He gets out. This is the way you run an offense in under a minute.
Yeah, keep your eye on DiMaggio, too, especially this third down play. He's their go-to wide receiver, the offensive player of the week in the Southland Conference. A quick slant here can really hurt Lamar's defense and pick up the first down for the Lions.
Lamar only with a 3-man rush in a third down situation. Camp looks across the middle. Almost intercepted as Christian Pugh steps in front of it, but can't control it. So that'll bring up a 4th and 3. You know they've got to go, so No guessing here, but watch this pass.
Yeah, Camp wants to go with the quick slant across the middle, as I mentioned, and Pugh is standing right there.
He just didn't see Pugh dragging across. 4th down now.
Timeout, Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar looks confused.
Timeout.
Brandon
Lamar.
Faulkner looking over to the sideline, making gestures like, what do you want? What are we calling here? What are you dialing up for us?
Yeah, smart play there to call a timeout because this is the play of the game. I mean, with 58 seconds to go here, 4th down and 3, if you're Lamar defensive coordinator, you want to kind of regroup your guys and have them refocus and say, look, this is it. We've been solid throughout this whole game, carrying our team. If we get one more stop, we get a victory and get our 8th win this season.
Ryan McCarthy, defensive coordinator, on the other side. If you're Southeastern, you've got to be plotting a couple of points ahead. It's not about just this next play. Anthony Selfo, the offensive coordinator, has got to be moving one beyond. It's kind of that chess game feeling where, okay, if we can get one, if we can get the first down, what do we do the next 3 plays? Clock is not our friend here. We're under a minute to play.
Well, whatever they do, it has to be up-tempo. You can't be casually getting back to the line of scrimmage with less than a minute to go here in the 4th quarter.
Unless you can get the ball out of play. One receiver to the wide side. Camp, straight drop. Lets it go.
That was it.
And that will be it. Incomplete. Do you think Camp thought he saw somebody streaking down the sideline?
Well, Lamar did a really good job. They didn't bring a lot of pressure. They just stood at the line of scrimmage. You can see guys just, besides up the middle, nobody really came from the outside. They played a prevent defense.
Only thing I could see is maybe he thought he had a receiver out there in 81. But in the end, it's going to be Lamar winning this, despite giving up a huge turnover inside a minute to play. Again, the defense comes up large.
I mean, Lamar's going to go with the victory formation. It looks like the Lions have one more timeout to use. So,
well, if you're Lamar, you might want to give that game ball to the defense as a whole.
Yes. And also, you got to give half of it to the offensive line, too.
I agree. And if you're Southeastern, this is going to stink.
Yeah.
You had your opportunities. You had your chances. You know, we can go all the way back to the first quarter when you wind up going for a 4th down. You come up empty.
Yep.
You score those 3 points, you win this by 1.
Yep.
But, of course, you can't second-guess yourself. And this one is going into the books. And Southeastern will have a long ride back to Hammond after having a win streak snapped here. Get a team that came in 5-0 in conference play will now go to 5-1. Lamar, on the other hand, will go up to everyone else and catch up as far as the standings go after that loss last week at UIW. A solid bounce back for Lamar, no doubt about that. So Lamar goes to 5-1, while Southeastern will go to 5-1 as well.
Yeah, great tough victory at home for Lamar. 1 to get 8 wins and continue their winning success. Back-to-back seasons of winning years, and also to get their first 8 victory since 2014.
Let's go down to the field, check in with Bob Slovak and the winning coach, Pete Rosamondo.
Pete Rosamondo, Coach, I think we're all out of breath out of that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we like to make it hard around here. Cardiac Cardinals, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, God, I don't know what to say. That's got to be divine intervention right there, that game. But our guys played hard. Our defense played amazing.
I was going to ask you about that. They brought the fight the entire game.
They sure did. And, you know, if we didn't try to help them on offense, we actually would have been way better off.
Hey, talk about Robert Coleman, man. Another gutsy effort by him.
I mean, what don't you know about Rob about to this point? I mean, everybody's seen him for 3 years. He gives everything his heart and soul to his football team, heart and soul to this university. Sometimes things don't always work out, but, man, if you're a Cardinal fan and you don't love Robert Coleman, man, I don't know what's going on.
All right, Coach, 2 games left. A lot of football still, but what does this win mean to your team right now?
I mean, it's a great win. You had to get one at home. We were trying to protect our house, and obviously we got a great one next week against Stephen F. But we're going to enjoy this tonight for 24 hours.
You got it, man. Congratulations, Coach. All right, back to you, Dan.
All right, thanks, Bob. Yeah, as we mentioned, Cardinals now setting themselves up, but it doesn't get any easier because next week
they go against Stephen F.
They got to play SFA, and we know how that's going to be. The Jacks are rolling this season as well, and then for Southeastern, they'll go to 7-3. They will have Incarnate Word next Saturday. Again, this one living up to the billing, though. Final score, Lamar 14-12. Final thoughts before we go.
Very tough win for Lamar. Congratulations on getting the 8th victory since 2014. And they got a tough victory tough game next week. Stephen F. Austin, and finish up the season against the Battle of the Borders against McNeese.
It'd be interesting to see how SEL can they bounce back Southeastern Louisiana next week. So for the entire production crew, and, of course, Lemont Williams, I'm Dan Gresham saying so long from Beaumont, Texas, where, again, the final score, Lamar 14, Southeastern Louisiana 12. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live, archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.